I'm Brock Hard, and I approve this message.
Whoa, wait. You're not supposed to come out yet. Get back over here and wait.
Hi, I'm Hank,
I'm Brock Hard.
and he's Brock Hard. I'm a certified life coach with 4+ years of experience in the field. Self-love.
Brock Hard, and I approve this message.
Whoa, wait. You're not supposed to come out yet. Get back over here and wait.
Hi, I'm Hank,
I'm Brock Hard.
and he's Brock Hard. I'm a certified life coach with 4+ years of experience in the field. I'm also somebody that loves self-love, and I am a prominent supporter of self-love for myself and for other people. Not to mention, more than anything, I love seeing others thrive, succeed, and more importantly, ascend. Now it's time for me to explain the Discover Your Most Authentic Self web workshop.
Hey, that's my job.
Well, actually, now it's time for Brock Hard to explain the Discover Your Most Authentic Self web workshop. Alright, it's time to get Brock Hard. I hope you guys are ready. So let me explain about what to expect from the Discover Your Own Authentic Self web workshop. Let me just pull out the workbook out of my vest. Haha! Now, other than amazing awesomeness and the self-growth that you need to become a more stronger, powerful, authentic you, this is what you get to expect. You first start off by imagining and in this dream sequence of creating your ideal self. After that, we get deep into what values this authentic self is, or who they are. After that, we go deep and create a brand new core of who you will soon become. Next, we will create action steps, strong, powerful, Brock Hard action steps that'll make sure you get to where you need to go. Then after that is a surprise. Hope you guys are excited as much as I am to see who you truly become. Now then, thanks for staying Brock Hard and Brock focused during that explanation. Now it's time for Hank to finish the rest of this promo video. Haha! Alright, well thank you so much Brock Hard for that thrilling explanation of the Discover Your Most Authentic Self web workshop. The price for this web workshop is going to be $60.
Okay, well, I'm not exactly too sure what happened with that and why it stopped, but um it is what it is. I think that's kind of funny. But here I am, all non-Brock hearted, and wearing full clothing. Thank you all so much for joining my live. Sorry for the first 5 minutes has been such a what's the best way to describe it? Confusing. No, I'm kind of piece by piece or whatever. But you know what? It is like I said before. It is what it is. I'm really happy and excited to be here. I'm going to give everybody a few more seconds to come in. I was trying to show off the promo video, if you haven't already watched it, for me explaining the Discover Your Most Authentic Self web workshop that I've been working on for exclusively for Mystical Illuminations. So if you haven't already checked it out, if you haven't watched the promo video or any of the other different things, definitely I'll put it in the chat over here since for some reason it's just not happening for me. Maybe I can try sharing it in a different way. Hold on a second. See if I can do it this way. I have a suspicion I probably won't be able to share it this way, but I'm going to try anyway. So give me 1 second. Um, Vaulting, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? Kata, Kai, Kaita. I want to make sure I say your pronounce your name correctly. Kaita, Vaulting. I hope you guys are having a great and amazing Sunday so far. And I hope you guys are excited and ready to get some some rebirth things today. My name is Hank. I'm a life coach, a certified life coach at Ascend Leadership Coaching. I used to do these through a different name, but I'm still doing Rebirth Sundays because I basically decided to make this into a sort of and almost like quote unquote non-anti-church. This is a place for you guys to come together, fellowship, and basically just talk about different things and talk about your goals, talk about what you believe in, and um, I don't know. And ultimately, the whole point is to get you guys into and excited for the week to come, and prepare you for whatever you want to do. Get you guys some goal setting and whatnot. So yeah, that is basically it. Okay, it's raining all and Oh yeah, really? Yeah, that sounds about right. It's I'm in California, so it's been kind of on and off raining. It's right now currently in the present. It seems to be like overcast right now outside, but I get some sunshine every once in a while, which is really happy. I'm excited about that. I like getting a little bit of sunshine if I can. And I don't always get it, but when I do, it's definitely appreciated. At least right now during the rain times for this week. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to put up the give me a second. Okay, let's see if I can do it. I'm also watching the live on my phone just in case. This is like only my second time using StreamYard, so I'm still kind of getting used to it. But hopefully this helped me out. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go ahead and
I'm Brock Hart, and I approve this message.
okay. Hopefully that works. Can you guys hear? Hope you can. Nope. Okay. Well, I tried, and that's all that matters.
Nope. Okay. Well,
Let me just go ahead and turn that off. Okay, so going back into that's the promo video. What I'm gonna do instead, if you guys get a chance to go ahead and check it out, it's just me talking about what is to come in the coming this Monday is when we're going to start the official first class for the Discover Your Authentic Self web workshop. It's a coaching web workshop where I will be group coaching with about myself and then 5 other individuals. We'd be working together, going through the workbook that I've created for it. It is a 5-page workbook. It's not nothing too crazy. It's not like super homeworky, but it does have quite a bit of interesting things in store for you in my coachingness that I have created. Give me one second, I'm just gonna turn on a little bit of lights. Okay, there we go. Get myself a little brighter. So that is basically what the Discover Your Most Authentic Self web workshop is all about. It is about coming together, and you're going to come into this workshop discussing and talking about how you can become your most authentic self, how you can grow yourself and get closer to that aspect of yourself. You're going to discover what core values you associate these things with. You're going to discover how you currently embody those current values. You're going to come up with action steps, and then I have a little surprise at the end. Well, actually, a couple of surprises at the end. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are excited to join me on it. I have some people that have already messaged me about it. They were really excited, and that's really touching to my heart because I put a lot of work and effort into it. But like I said before, today's live, we are talking all about. Okay. How can we lead ourselves through the tough times? I am a leadership coach. It's what I do. It's who I am. So this is kind of what I'm going to be talking about for today's live. I'm also going to have some time towards maybe like in 30 minutes or so. I'm actually going to invite people to join me, and they're going to you will be able to call in through Discord if you are already a part of the Mystical Illuminations Discord at the present moment right now. I highly recommend that you join. So that way you can enjoy yourself and be a part of the awesome things that we have in store. It's not just like one specific thing. It's not just astrology. We're talking spirituality. We're talking about a solid tribe of individuals that are like-minded, relatively like-minded for the most part, from what I've seen. Everyone's different though, but like everybody's on the same boat. Like we're trying to find other individuals that are like us, that understand certain things that are going on in the world, and there's an evolution and a growth that's happening. So definitely join the Mystical Illuminations Discord so that way you can join. And as soon as you do that, you can also join the Ascended Plateau. It is my like side channel within there where I'll once a week try to pop in and be like, hey, how are you guys doing? What goals are you working on? This is what I'm going to be working on, and then just get really excited. And just encourage each other and help you guys get through it. There's nothing wrong with getting encouragement. There's nothing wrong with encouraging each other. In fact, that's how you grow. That's how things work out. This is a really interesting study. So I'm sure you guys have heard about New Year's resolutions, right? Apparently, they actually do work, but they only work when people tell other people about them. It's really interesting because you create that accountability side. So this group is there for you to create accountability. Not just the mystical illuminations, the whole is a bunch of different things, but my group specifically is all about helping, encouraging each other and creating accountability. So if you're a type of person that wants to do something but is not ready to have that accountability backing them, don't join my group. Point blank, period. But if you are, then please definitely join my group. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're not like super active. It's not like you have to be 24/7 on it. It's just pop in if you need some encouragement. You can ask for, hey, I'm working on this. I'm having a hard time getting through this. I'm just looking for some encouragement. I'll be there. I'll be ready to jump on. There's other people that are part of it as well. We'll all be ready to join. The other thing is through this Discord is how you're going to actually be able to join me in the call live. So you're going to be able to. I have a separate side channel called the Rebirth Sundays live call in chat. And you can call in with just your audio, or you can call in with your video. But it's completely up to you. It's not like a really big thing. But yeah, Yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you call in and we have like, 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long. If we have a lot of people waiting, then we'll have to shorten it. There's not a lot of people waiting, then it's fine. Like you guys can just call in. We can just have a chat. We don't even have a chat related to life coaching. We can just have a chat and talk. So I'm gonna go ahead and send in the link for joining Mystical Illuminations. Let's see, give me 1 second. All right, so you just go ahead and go to the Mystical Illuminations and hit in this, or you might be able to just click that link and you'll be able to join the server. So, yeah, I think that's it. So, just beforehand, if you guys see this is not wine. This is actually God water. For those of you who have done one of the ceremonies, I think this was several months ago. I actually created this. I took this water bottle because it has the star on it, and I associate really, really a lot with the star tarot card. So I actually have infused it with water, and I drink it every single day to help me unlock my better abilities. It's been working pretty well so far. Delicious. I infuse it with what is it? I infuse it with chlorophyll, filtered water, and some other herbs and stuff, and I drink it. It's really great, actually. It's really, really powerful. So far, it's been giving me quite a lot of life. Okay. So, I'm a very large advocate when it comes to self-leading. I think it's very, very important. Very, very good. Oh, I saw that. Vaulting. Hope you stay live for long. Kind of don't hear it on my end, but I'll be back if you're still live. Let's see, can you? Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yes. So I've already did the workshop webinar is going to be it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be awesome. I hope you guys have already bought your tickets or whatever. We'll be doing it for the next 2 weeks. And I've already been talking with the peace dealer, and we've already made the agreement that I'll probably be doing this workshop on a bi-weekly basis from here on out. So this upcoming week, first week of October, the last week of October, and the first week of November, I will be doing it basically 3 days each of those days, maybe once or twice, and then there'll be a week break, and then I'll do another one like on a Saturday, so everyone can make sure they can actually make it, maybe 2 on a Saturday. Yeah, so I'm like I said before, I'm a huge advocate when it comes to self-leading. It's really, really, really important, especially right now in the time in the day and age that we're in right now, because there's going to be a lot of fear that's going to be coming up. I mean, you can already see it. For those of you who are joining and are not necessarily aware that things are kind of getting worse as time is going on, I know one of the big things that they've been talking a lot about has been the barges, the big barges that specifically in California have not been coming in. They've just been sitting there in the ocean doing nothing. And I can confirm this because it's not just oh my gosh, are they really doing this? But yes, they are, because where I live at, I'm 15, 20 minutes from the beach, and you can see them just parked out in front of the beach. And if you're on the beach, you look out to the ocean, you can actually see all the barges just sitting there. And it's really, really, really fucking weird, because it's why are you sitting there? And just, there's clearly things going up. You can start seeing the things around in grocery stores and other different places that are starting to look a little bare. They might be refilling them right now, but things are starting to look a little bare. So because of that, this is one of the reasons why I created this Discover Your Authentic Self web workshop, is to help people work on themselves and create a core, so that way when shit hits the fan, it will be a lot less of a hurt and a lot less of a pain, because they already know who they are inside, and they have the skills to persevere and break through those situations. I actually want to take a step real quick. when I was talking about this during, I believe during the full moon and Aries ceremony that Peace Stealer had, my promo video went up, and some people commented on it. Some people were like, "You don't need this. Just meditate." And I'm like, "Yeah, if that's you, that's totally fine. I enjoy the hateful comments. Please give them, drop them. Give me your energy. I really really appreciate it. Like I'm not even joking. And maybe that's my Aries sun that's talking as well. Maybe a little bit my Sag moon, Sag rising. But for reals, like I want it. Give it to me. Because like at the end of the day, yeah, you honestly, life coaching and my workshop is a luxury product. You're not going to be, this isn't necessarily something that you're going to need right now in the present. You'll definitely probably need it later on. But it's just like if you are buying gas, if like your gas tank is low and you're like, oh, well, I have work tomorrow. I can get it now or I can get it later. And then have to worry about maybe like having to wake up earlier, having to maybe everybody's at the gas pump that rising. Maybe, you have extra traffic because you had to go and get gas. Those are types of things. That's my mindset for the most part, as always. But as to each his own. So someone said that, and I was like, yeah, you could just meditate. But for some people, that might not be enough for them. For me, I know meditation is great. I love it. I appreciate it. But coming together with another individual and working things out really, really helps. So that is a great time for me to kind of usher into the next step, which is one of the best ways you can lead yourself is working with another person who also wants to lead themselves. If you've ever watched Naruto, we'll start with there. Rivalries are good. They're healthy. They help you grow. Healthy rivalries, I should say, especially if you're working with another person. That's just a great example. Like look at Naruto and Sasuke. They wouldn't have gone to like the pinnacles of strength that they would have if it weren't for the fact that they were both kind of working hard to grow and become stronger and better individuals because of each other. And from there, they were able. Naruto was able to become the Hokage, and Sasuke was able to run around the wasteland without an arm. But I digress. That's a really really important. Having these strong connections with people is really really important. That's what's going to help you and encourage you to move forward and do better. Because when you're just by yourself, sometimes, yeah, you can definitely push yourself. There's no doubt about it that I 1,000% agree. But sometimes having another person can really really help you and guide you through those times that you don't believe in yourself. Those times where you have any type of self-doubt. Those just like slivers. Even if you hardly ever have self-doubt, wouldn't it be nice to have somebody there to like encourage you? Welcome back, Balting. I'm so glad you came back. The next thing is, but what can you do for yourself? Well, if you don't have anybody around you, say, something happens and you're all alone and you're by yourself, like how can you take care of yourself? How can you lead yourself, especially if it's through a hard time? And the best way is it's a similar way, at least from what in my own personal experience, is allowing yourself to be your best friend. Like, when was the last time that you were able to truly grab hold of yourself and work with yourself to be your best friend? Crazy signs, right? Hey, the sinks are strong right now. Sinks are fucking hella strong. But yeah, like if you were able to harness the power of yourself and were able to almost like imagine like separating yourself, like if you're you're meditating, visualizing, and you imagine yourself looking at yourself, and you guys are having this back and forth conversation about how you can best help this situation, how you can best lead yourself in whatever is going on at the moment. Let me close this. It's a little too bright outside. Oh, there we go. That's much better. So that's another way that you can do that. But why? Why would you need to lead yourself? Have you ever been in a situation, show of hands, where you have been working with a supervisor, right? And you knew that they were going to what they were telling you was wrong, was totally incorrect, and that if you were to do that, you would get in trouble, and they wouldn't get in trouble. They would just, because this is the type of person they are, they would just lie or whatever and tell them that Oh, no, I didn't tell him to do that. He did it on his own. Show of hands. How many supervisors have you been told to do something wrong by? I know for me, for sure. Like, no doubt about it. So if you have this strength and this assurity of yourself, and you can lead yourself whenever anything happens, then you'll be able to, one of two ways possibly. Maybe one way you still do the thing of that the supervisor told you to do that's incorrect, and you but you also know a way that you can do it in a correct way that they won't see it, so it still gets taken care of or done. Or you completely don't even listen to them. Maybe go tell somebody else that the boss that they're telling you to do incorrect things. Those are the types of things that you could be doing if you have that strength of self. For those of you who don't have strength of self, and I'm gonna use my own personal experience. I've been told before to do and things that were not correct, and I did them because that's what I was told to do, and then I got in trouble. There's been times I've gotten almost even fired for that, just because I didn't believe in myself enough. And that's the real reason why I think it's so important to strengthen this self leader within yourself, to be strong and stay strong throughout the whole entire situation. Because at the end of the day, um, nobody has to live with the decisions that you make, only you. So just a food for thought. Speaking of food, I just gotta take myself a little snack real quick. All right. And some. Yes, you can totally speak with me via Discord. So, here is the. Here's the link. You can go ahead and click that to join the Mystical Illuminations Discord if you haven't already. And then down below in the community section here, I will show you my screen. Luckily, this one is probably not going to be as crazy. All right. So if you look over here, actually, let me do this. Give me a second. Come on. There we go. So if you look over here and you scroll down, there's the Ascended. Let me just pull this one over here. Come on. So here's the Mystical Illuminations Discord group. Oh, you've been a part of it. Sweet. That's what's up, vaulting. That's what's up. So there's the Ascended Plateau right here. And then right here, there's Rebirth Sundays live. It's a live chat. I'm going to open this up in like a few minutes. So just be ready and be prepared to join. I'm going to set it for only 2 people. So it'll just be me and whoever joins. But since you're going to be the first one to join vaulting, it would be you. And when you do join, it's gonna pop up on a separate thing. I'm gonna show the audio. You do not have to show your video if you don't want to. You can just show your audio, and we're gonna have like a actual like audio chat, and then people will be able to listen in. It's gonna be really, really fun. I've done this before. I talked with like a couple people. It was really, really cool. It was really awesome to talk to some people about some of the goals that they had, some things that they were working on, and some things that they were possibly struggling with. And so this is the time to call in, and you can just bring something that you want to work on, or you don't have to if you don't want to. Also, like if you just want to call in and chat, that's totally fine as well. And then maybe by chance, if something by accident, you're like, oh, actually, there's something I want to work on. Perfect. That's the time to do it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's kind of you don't have to join with the what you called with the video. It's not like kind of what's the best way to describe it? It's a live chat. I guess that's the best way to describe it. I'm not a astrologer. I do research astrology, but that's not my thing. There's plenty of people out there who are very, very, very good at it. Peace Dealer is phenomenal. He's a fucking genius. There's Colby. He's amazing as well. Janice is really, really awesome. Leanne is awesome. Starry Ari, Jax. he always surprises me whenever he does his anything regarding his talks. So yes. And perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll go ahead and open it up now for anybody that would like to chat. Just give me 1 second. Perfect. All right, so it is now open. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Whoops. Okay. That's what I meant to do. Perfect. So, for those of you who would like to join, just join. I'm not too sleepy or dry. There's no such thing. That's fine. You don't. It's not about being entertaining. You don't have to do anything special. Way the intentions that I set for this specifically the Rebirth Sundays is I wanted to make it kind of almost similar to almost like church, but like fun. Instead of somebody telling you what to do, it's a time for you to really like sit down with yourself and talk to the God within and ask like yourself, like, what is it that I want to do? What should I learn? What do I need to hear? This is a learning experience. I mean, it probably isn't like it's. I mean, honestly, Rebirth Sundays Lives is probably pretty dry compared to a lot of the stuff that Mystical Illuminations puts out. But like, I'm honestly just really want to be here for the people. Like, I really want to work with you guys, with especially like vaulting, like to talk and like work things out and just enjoy ourselves. So let's see. I'm gonna. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute myself on there. And I am now talking there. Let's see. And let me go ahead and share my screen. Perfect. So as soon as you guys are ready, just come on and join with me in this in the chat. You just call in. It's yeah, it is your first time catching live. I haven't spoke to you vaulting, so welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, take your time, no rush. Yeah, I kind of just want to do this just so that we can talk. People can know like kind of how I do what I do, how I coach specifically because I'm certified life coach, like I said before. I've been to school for it, so I have a very specific way that I coach people. I don't tell people what to do. I don't think that people need to be told what to do necessarily. Knowledge should be definitely explained, like which is what most of Mystical Illuminations is about. But I don't think people really need to be told what to do, which is really interesting because I'm a leadership coach, right? And you assume that a leader tells people what to do, but I don't necessarily fully agree with that. I think that people know what they honestly and openly need and want to do. They just need somebody to believe in them, and that's what this is all about. Like you coming in and being like, for a good example, the last Rebirth Sundays Live #1, we had two guys that called in. Both of them were kind of like they were working on becoming like spiritual influencers, but not just that, but they're working on trying to get into speaking about spirituality and talking about it and discussing it. And basically, yeah, pretty intense, right? That hit. And so they called in. They're like, "This is what I want to do." And so we just start talking about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Like, do it." Like, I just want to encourage you because like I want to see more people discussing these things and helping people and bringing awareness to not just spirituality, but everything that is involved in the whole entire um, thing. Yeah. Because right now, like our the most important thing that we need to be doing right now is raising the frequency, raising the vibration of the planet. So the only way you can do that is and which is also raising the vibration frequency of the planet is also going to the 5D is with love, because love rules supreme in the 5D, and the only way you can do that is by number one, encouraging each other. That's like one of the best ways you can do that. And it's important as well because there might be something that specifically for one of the persons that called in, they honestly, everybody that called in was really awesome, but there might be something like one thing that is incredible, that some sort of knowledge or wisdom that they have that might change somebody's life. And if it's just one person's life, then it's worth it. That's the way I also operate too. Like if I can only talk to one person, like if I came on this live and I didn't talk to anybody, nobody showed up, no harm, no foul. I wouldn't be upset because I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna enjoy myself, and people are gonna hear what they need to hear, and the right people are gonna listen and hear what they need to hear. And if I get a chance to impact one person's life, then I've already like superiorly won. Oh, superiorly is a word, but I made it a word. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. That's what it is. So we'll just talk about some things. Like we even talk about your dreams. Oh, thank you. I try my best. Yeah. It's I think it's important. We there's a lot of pain and hurt right now, honestly, in the world, and I don't think that there's going to be any. House of Judea, long time no see. How's it going? Um, I I remember you from last live. Um, I and that's kind of why I like to think that like Rebirth Sundays is like my kind of version of like the non-anti church, is because it's like it's fellowshipping, people coming together, talking about like their dreams, their wants, their goals and whatnot, and like we encouraging each other. Not I'm not like a pastor. I'm not going to tell you, why God's upset with you, why you need to get circumcised. I don't know if that's something that they talk about, but that's the first thing that came to mind. But like, I don't think that's needed. I think what's really needed is for people to like step out of their comfort zones just a little bit, and be okay with talking about what it is that they want to do, and like letting it come out of their mouths, because these human beings are in a weird sort of way. Yeah, no problem, vaulting. Take your time. I'll be here for a while. Usually, I'll stay on for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how many people call in and what goes on. But I'm waiting for you, so don't even worry about it. But don't just because I'm waiting for you doesn't mean you have to rush. I promise. Okay. Um, yeah, so it's like it's really just like taking the time to look inside yourself and like visually or verbally speak it out, because for those of you who have ever done affirmations, when you verbally speak things out, you actually begin to materialize them in the real world, because that's how things start. You probably see I'm always here to the end of the live. That's pretty cool. I bet. All right. Sorry. I'm just eating my falafel. Um, my breakfast falafel. Oh man, I should have made eggs with this. Shouldn't have missed. Anyway, but yeah, I kind of talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the live too. Um, what did I say? I had it. Dang, lost it. That's all good. But yeah, we need to expand on the leadership. We need to expand on the self leaders. As a leader myself, I truly believe that leaders don't need to be, these gods or these heroes or these people that are standing out in front of people. Hero leaders are within all of us. Like we all can and should be leaders, and have leadership skills. I think it's very, very important. It's going to be very imperative in the new world, especially because if there's no government, who's going to lead you? If there's no president, who's going to lead you? You know, if there's no governor, who's going to lead you? If there's no boss, who's going to lead you? Like if you're like out in the wilderness all by yourself, how are you going to lead yourself? And I don't know if you've heard this talk about Gen Zs. Not that there's anything wrong, not Gen Z. I think it's Gen Z, but like Gen Zers, the term that like they're too scared to order food off the phone because of social anxiety or whatnot. Which, like, to be perfectly honest, is definitely a thing. But like, what are you gonna do if like a bomb went off in your city? Like, are you just gonna die? I mean, yeah, that's totally a possibility, but like that's also a great opportunity for you to grow and become something bigger and better than yourself than you could have ever possibly could have conceived in your mind. And that's the type of those are the type of leaders I want to help and encourage. And so like when I saw the comment, like I said before, about the like you just need to meditate, I was like, yeah, like, I hope that is perfect for what you need. But there's some people out there that like meditation is going to make them freak the fuck out. I have a client that I work with, and like they can't meditate because they can't go inside themselves because they're in too much pain. So how would it look like if if you saw someone struggling and you just told them, we just need to meditate? It's kind of a dick move, at least in my part. Yeah, it works for some people, it doesn't work for everybody. Just like my stuff, like the things that I work on are going to work for some people and not everybody as well. Like some people don't need leadership. Maybe they already have leadership skills. I myself was kind of somebody in that same position where I used to think the same. Yeah, and that happens. It's totally fine. It happens. Um, the inner self is a scary fucking place. It is really really scary. If anything, what's going on inside is like, and I truly believe this is the true war that goes on, because we're in a spiritual war. My Peace Dealer talks about it all the time, but we truly are in a spiritual war, and then spiritual war is within ourselves. Um, it sucks because there's a lot of strong, powerful people out there who are and know innately that there's something special inside themselves that they are specifically on this planet to do, and for some reason they can't pull it out because there's something bothering them, something within themselves that is telling themselves that they're not good enough, or they're not smart enough, or they're not strong enough, or they're not capable enough to actually achieve those things, just because of some false belief that has been programmed inside them. So that's another thing that Rebirth Sundays is all about: deprogramming those that want to be unprogrammed. All right, I'm just gonna eat a little bit more of my chickpeas. Sorry. I had saltwater purge earlier today, like maybe like 30 minutes before I started live. So I'm really hungry right now. um Hold on a second, sorry. Okay. Whoa, that was dry. Okay. The those of you who don't know what a saltwater purge is, it's basically you drink seawater, sea salt, anointed water. You bless it. You set intentions for it to cleanse out your systems of any negative energy, whatever, or you know, parasites, whatever. You drink it. You drink some warm water. The first water is warm. Then you chug. After you drink the salt water, you drink a whole gigantic glass of warm water. Chug that, and then you vomit. It's just water because you don't eat anything beforehand, obviously. But like afterwards, you feel so light and so energetic. I'm not necessarily recommending it to everybody. It's just what I did, and it works really really well. I try to do it like once every other week or so, just to really like cleanse my body of anything. Oh my goodness, is that the legend themselves vaulting? Thank you so much for joining in. Can you hear me? Um, okay. You have your. I think you might have your. Oh yeah, you're still on mute, but it's okay. Maybe again the thing. Well, as we're talking, it's totally not a problem. Um, but yeah, so welcome to Rebirth Sundays live, vaulting. Thank you so much for joining. I this is basically a time for you to come on and talk with me, and we talk about whatever's you want to talk about. If there's any type of goals that you'd like to discuss or that you want to be working on, bring them up. We'll work on them together. Um, for a good example, one of my goals for this upcoming week is I have some a new possible job opportunity. That's not possible. I'm gonna get it, but I have an interview coming up, and so I'm just really excited for that. I have obviously the Discover Your Authentic Self workshop. I still have some things I have to complete about that. I have some emails to send for my own personal business. So it's just being on top of everything. I've been working on a secret project personally for myself. And so it's been a lot of delegating time and energy appropriately. So that's my goal. And how I'll be achieving that is by allowing myself the flexibility to make mistakes and like fall short if like say I can't get everything that I would prefer to get done in a day. Can't get it done that day, I'll do it the following day. Just try to get what I need to get done, like the most important things done first. that's like my key for what I'll be doing. So yeah, vaulting. How's it going? Are you in yet? I'm looking at my second screen. Um, let's see. I still can't hear you yet. Maybe it's the audio. Are you plugged in to your audio? Because I can't hear you. Let's see. No. Maybe I shouldn't do that too high. I don't want to bust your ears out. Okay. Yeah. Maybe come back in. We'll go back. We'll come back in. Hello, vaulting. Man, Discord. Okay. Well, oh, might not be picking up your mic. Got it. Okay. Well, okay. Well, vaulting. If you want to just chat right now, you can just totally chat in the comments right here. Tell me what's oh, thank you. I'm sorry to hear that it didn't work out quite exactly what we wanted, but we have the chat here. If you want to go ahead and just chat with me here, you totally can. I'm trying to think if there's another way that I can get you in. Oh, you know what? There might be. Do you have Zoom? You don't have to join your face camera or whatever. It could just be your audio. Maybe we can try that. I'm willing to try it for you, vaulting. For you, just for you, vaulting, and maybe anybody else if Discord doesn't work out. Oh, hey man, that's all it's about, man. That's good shit. So, well, I'm just gonna leave this up for right now, and let me go ahead and mute this. All right, so, okay. So vaulting, what's your upcoming? Oh, perfect, House of Judea. All right, well, vaulting, while you're figuring that out, I'm gonna actually talk with House of Judea. So, Miss Judea, it's nice to meet you and listen to you in the audio flesh, I guess you could say. How's your day going so far? I think you're still on mute. Oh, perfect. How's it going? Oh, okay. Whoops. I think you can join just with the audio, if or video, whatever works best for you. Please, it is whatever you feel comfortable. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, you're trying to unmute. Let's see. I might be able to actually unmute you. Mute, unmute. Okay, no, I can't. Dang. Well, I mean, this is a great time to talk about that we are still in the shadow period, the post shadow period of Mercury in retrograde. So, technical difficulties are still going to be a thing, and we just gotta run with it. It's all good. We can try. You can try coming back in, Miss Judea, in a little bit. But anyway, let's talk more about all the different types of things. If you actually look in the description of the live below, there is links to yeah. I think that explains it. There is actually a link for there's a link for you to join to sign up for the web workshop, but there's also a link for a free downloadable PDF worksheet that is a condensed version of my workbook. It's free for anybody who wants it. If they want to kind of get an idea of what they're going to expect from the workshop that I'll be doing, it's there for you to try out, for you to test it out. It's not going to be 5 pages. It's just 1 page. So Bear that in mind. But it has all the same the same materials basically that I put in, but just like condensed in and more of like a kind of a thinking piece for you. The I suppose that the next thing to talk about is yeah, you can go ahead and download it right now and kind of work through it. I wish I could maybe I can talk a little bit about what I was going to do for it. Head pick on off. Oh, um, I had pick on off. Oh, it couldn't unmute you. Hold on. Maybe there. Let me give me a second. That could be on my part. Let me see if I can fix it. I'm telling you, man. Hmm. So this is the second time I did this, and I did it through Discord. I think House of Jay, you were here with me last time, and it worked. So it's really weird that it's not working right now. Let's see. Um, um, okay. Let's see. Maybe that might work. Let's see. I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay. Yeah, it could just be the Discord server. So I'm gonna do something special. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to end it. Not the live. I'm not the live. I'm going to end this little channel thingy. Delete it, and instead, what I'm going to do is, because I do have now access, because of the way that I'm doing my workshop, I am going to be. I had to open up my own personal Zoom that I actually use for my business, and I made it into a way where I can actually have as many people as I want, as long as I want. And I'm just going to go and turn off my video, leave the audio on, and I'm going to invite. All right. So to those of you that want to join, here is a Zoom link to join the my Zoom. And we're going to try this again, but with Zoom, because I know how to work Zoom very, very well. For some reason, I'm not Gen Z. I'm not Gen Z in any way, shape, or form. I think oh, it's okay. I think Discord's anxiety broke Discord because I feel like there's a lot of that type of stuff on Discord. So let me go ahead and put this up. We do this for real this time. And once again, like I said before, you do not have to share your screen at all. You can just do audio. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Like, everybody here is loving and kind, as far as I can see. As Judea, she was here last time. She's super, super sweet, super, super loving. Vaulting, like, you're awesome as well. Like, you've been here since on God, since day one of this live today. So it's totally fine. You can totally join in and just really enjoy yourself. And you know, this is a safe space that I'm going to be creating. I'll be, like I said, moderating. So hopefully, not even hopefully, nobody's going to join in and talk any type of shit, except maybe to me. And I'll totally let them. If you want to just talk shit to me, I'll totally accept it. I will most likely. I'm a day one for real. You know, that's so true. I feel like that's both one of cancer's best and worst traits, because like it could get you killed for sure, if you're not careful. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, this is a safe space. I'm not gonna let anybody talk shit about anybody, unless they want to talk shit about me. But you have to talk about it to my face. And you have to come on chat, and you have to sit with me and let me coach you through why you think I'm shit, and it'll be fun. Because I'm not the best person to talk shit to, because I will go ahead and do some psychology with you, and I'll be like, so why do you think that? Oh, how does that translate to yourself? And then they're probably gonna leave the chat, and they're gonna be upset even more, and they're just gonna give me more of their energy. Guess my sign, Aries. But anyway, yeah. So you can totally just join the link. Just copy and paste it if you can. Yeah, I think you can join. And if you have, I believe oh, well, not literally laughter wise. Oh, that's funny. Yo, that's crazy. That's lit. Oh, man, I haven't done that in a while. I take a break. I was doing a little too much back in my day. It was an experience. It's a great experience though. I mean, it's fun. Like doing psychedelics and stuff like that. I think everybody, I don't know if that's necessarily everybody should do that. Maybe because like maybe their health problems aren't, strong enough. But I think, I think it's a great experience because it really takes you out of your head. Because I know like the first time I ever did um, um, LSD, like my whole world changed like overnight. It was a great experience. I did get a little too much into it at one point, but it did give me great perspective. Now that I'm a life coach, I've discovered that I can get to those same states in different ways without using like those types of things, because at the end of the day, like these substances, they aren't things that are creating these states. They're just helping you pull out these states from yourself. So you can just do it whenever you need. Oh, perfect. All right. How's the Judea? Let's get you in here to join in chat. It starts you off without any camera, without any audio. Miss House of Judea, thank you so much for coming in. You're awesome. And let's see if the audio connects for reals this time. Perfect. Can you? Oh, can you hear me? Let's see. Also, fair warning, my computer is I'm on the laptop, so maybe my laptop's also like there's a lot going on right now. We can't function fully. If other people join in through the live, that's totally fine. Please join us. Just please allow each speaker their individual time to talk, so that way everybody gets to be heard. You made it! I actually hear you. Welcome to Rebirth Sundays Live, Miss House of Judea. Thank you for making it and taking the plunge from Discord to Zoom. I'm sure it was quite a trek. If you're a Sagittarius, then I'm sure it was a lot of fun. Oh yeah. Yes, I can hear you perfectly fine. Let me check to make sure I can hear you on YouTube as well. Oh yeah. Yes, I can hear you perfectly fine. Hold on. I think there's a way I have to do it. Sorry. Let's see. How do I make sure I share my audio too? Let's see. Hold on, I gotta go over settings. Screen audio. Come on. Let's see. Guess. Nope, that's not. Okay. It's so weird.
Yeah, it took a second for me too. I had it connected to YouTube, so it was playing, and then I had to stop that just for it to connect to Zoom. But maybe a little different for you because you're streaming through Zoom.
Yes.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So I'm streaming actually through a program called StreamYard, and it should share the audio, but for some reason it's not. Oh, someone's phone's going off. Oh, they can hear me. It's you. That's the. Hold on, and then hold on. Give me a second. Someone's phone going off at my. Hold on, and then hold on. Okay. Give me a second. Someone's phone going off at my. We're not stopped. Oh man, what a day. Oh, you do hear softly. Okay. Then let me see if I. Oh, I didn't have my volume up. That's my fault. That's my bad.
No worries.
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay, Vaulting, can you hear her now? Vaulting will be able to let us know. Our cancer friend. Hey, it took us a little bit to start moving, but we did it, and that's all that matters. I'm being reborn as we speak right now, getting everything working.
Yeah, that's like the school of life, right?
Absolutely.
To like be constantly reborn. I mean, even ourselves regenerate themselves, right? So why not our spirits?
Absolutely. Okay, you're on now. We got it. We got it working. We got it fixed. So, Miss House of Judea, thank you so much for making it. I really appreciate you coming in. You went to the last Rebirth Sunday live that I made, correct? Or did?
Yeah, but it's been a little bit since you did another one, right?
Yeah.
I think I was at the last one. Okay, cool.
I just haven't. It's been like a lot because it's a lot of work to come on live. And I've been also busy doing a lot of different things. So, and I also been making my own content.
Worries. So grateful that you offer this offering.
Yes.
Don't like. I've learned that lesson, right? You don't have to explain yourself for the way you prioritize your time. Your time is the most precious thing. You'll never get it back.
Well, thank you.
It's all good. I know you're off to doing magical things. You did share earlier, like the super secret project, and you're also like amazing like partner and caregiver. Like you have so many other roles you play in your life.
Yes.
So don't you ever have to explain to nobody.
Oh, thank you so much.
Then maybe that's not the right people for you.
You're absolutely correct. And this is one of the reasons why I like doing this and like having people call in, because I just think it's so much more fun having conversations with like other amazing people. And like there's something unique that happens when you have a conversation with another individual, especially one that you never met before, or like had a conversation with. But I'm gonna put more priority actually onto my lives. That's what my mentors told me basically to do. They were like, hey, I want you to do more lives and focus more on that than actual content. And I actually enjoy the lives more. It takes more energy, but like I don't like editing. My promo video came out really, really well, but I put in like a lot of effort into it. But yeah, the lives actually are more fun to me because at the end of the day, like my dedication is to work with people. Like I love working with people, point blank period. And the best way for me to connect with people is not through pre-recorded videos, but like here in the present moment, talking to people. Like I'm in California. I don't know where you're at. You don't have to share if you don't feel comfortable. But
no worries. New York City.
Oh, nice. You're in New York. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I have had the pleasure.
Are you in like you don't have to share, but like are you in like northern or southern California?
I'm in Southern California. So yeah. But yeah, I've had the pleasure to actually make it to New York. It's a lot of fun. I was hoping to find the thick ass rats. Like that was like my main goal when I went to New York.
Did you?
No, I didn't. And I was. I mean, I saw some pretty big ones, but like they didn't like surpass. Like I was expecting like big enough that like if I have a pretty big cat, like that it would eat like a dog, eat a dog. Like that's how big I was expecting. Maybe my expectations were too high. But I did see some thick ass raccoons like with like 15 C's. I'm telling you, like these things. Like I saw them and I was like, these are like the size of German shepherds. I was like, and that made me uncomfortable.
Raccoons are chill. Like they only get intense if you kind of like mess with their little ones. That's all.
Oh, okay.
They get a little territorial.
That makes sense.
Other than that, they're fine.
Yeah,
No, you must have been in a neighborhood that had a really good like a crew of like cats and dogs to keep them away. Yeah, they must you must have a lot of street cats or dogs near where you were at.
Maybe I was close to the convention center. I was there for I used to work at doing conventions and trade shows. So I was at the convention center. Like I don't know where that's at. It's like downtown. New York just looks like a bunch of LAs like kind of smushed together. So I get really easily confused there.
It's interesting because when I was out in LA, I found it so. I was just naive. I was born and raised in New York, so I was expecting every city. Like I was that naive.
No.
I was like, every city is like New York. No, it's not.
Yeah.
So LA was like very spread out, and they have all these subsections, and I was like, whoa, this is so different.
It is.
So yeah.
I can honestly say I've never been to any place quite like New York. I've been to Chicago. I feel like Chicago might be a little slightly close, but like it's still hard to compare because like you got I just feel like it's just city forever in New York.
I found when you opened Chicago, it wasn't really a suburb. I found
Yes.
it to be a little bit, yeah.
Hmm.
And I feel like in New York, where there's so many areas where it's a melting pot of different backgrounds. Like I grew up. My friends in school were like, you're international from every country.
That's really cool.
That's what I was used to.
Yeah,
So,
that sounds like New York. Yeah,
yeah.
that's how I like where I live at currently in Southern California. I live in more of like a mixed kind of area where there's a lot of people because I'm like in the middle where I'm at is like there's like 3 or 4 like colleges like Cal State colleges like all around within like 20 to 30 minutes of each other. So I get like a lot of diversity, which is really nice because where I grew up in before I moved over here was in this place called Riverside, and there's like really not that much diversity. Like I didn't even have like pho until I was like 21, 22. If you know what that is, it's Vietnamese like noodles. Yeah. I was like, there's pho in New York. So I was like, what the heck? But yeah, vaulting's from Chicago. No offense to Chicago. My mom's from Chicago. I think it's cool. Kanye. What else? What's that? The Chance. Yeah, there's
a lot of really great talented people.
Yeah, they do.
And this is the thing, right? There's so many wonderful, amazing, talented people who even live in the Midwest or
Yes.
the South, and they took a leap of faith and they're like, let me just move to somewhere I don't know because I'm going to pursue this calling on my heart, that like this gift, and I have no idea. So I have so much respect for people that do that.
Yeah, it takes a lot. I didn't move too far out, but I will be moving soon to like a completely different state sometime next year because California's getting a little seedy. But yeah, we all got to start moving a little inland. It's okay.
So I'm being silly. I'm joking around.
You're fine. I'll still talk about it.
I did a read it once.
Nice.
And it like recently, and it was like yeah, like where you're at is like okay. It's like most of it's okay, but you should consider like moving out west. So I'm gonna be I don't know where yet, but let's see where that leads.
What did you do, like an astrocartography reading? I'm very familiar with those.
Oh, you are? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So I discovered it, what was it? I say like this year.
Nice.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Different lines, and I wish I knew that before all those times I moved.
Right. Oh my goodness. So my fiance actually brought it up to me. Yeah.
I'm grateful. Like some people never move out of their city or their town or their state. It's not once, and I moved away from New York multiple times, and then I came back, and I was able to appreciate it, like almost like with the rebirth. Like
yes.
I was able to see it with new eyes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's like, oh my God, I didn't know how much I loved you, and I was such in a rush to get out of here, and I'm like, now I appreciate you more.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. Like, good for you. Yeah, it's I mean, like, you know how it is, like sometimes there's no place like home. JLo, hi, how's it going? Don't worry, I didn't forget. Don't think I didn't see you. But yeah.
I don't even know how much time I have with you, but it's like I feel like I could just keep talking.
Yeah,
I don't know
dude.
if it's because I have, so my chart is Pisces with Cancer rising.
Ooh.
But then I have Aries in my chart.
There it is. Yeah.
I have Mars in Aries and Venus in Aries.
Yo, that's crazy.
And then I got more fire. I got a Leo moon, so I feel like my fire bounces out all the water.
Yeah, that's what. So you're like steam.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know what happens. Like whenever I'm around other people that have fire in it, because like I'm triple fire, I'm Aries sun, Sag moon, Sag rising. So when I'm around people that are fire, I usually just kind of end up bringing the fire out by accident or on purpose. But yeah, exactly. No, there's no problem. Like there's no long term or whatever. People can join in whenever they want to. But obviously like your priority, and then we'll switch out. Maybe at one point in time we can also like vaulting. Here's a blunt if you want one. Vaulting, you crack me up. But like other people can join in, and then we might even have like group conversations together. I might just keep doing this on Zoom. It might just be easier. Discord makes sense, but like for some reason Discord's on some shit. Discord's down bad for some reason, so we'll just let them stay down bad, and we'll just stick to Zoom. But anyway, tell me about what some things you're looking forward to this upcoming week for yourself.
Oh wow. Well, hello. Talk about the energy of the full moon this past week. I don't know if it's because I have Cancer in my chart, or also just I really believe in like the cycles of the moon, you know, and just kind of like attuning with that.
Yes.
And like the idea of like completion during the full moon, closing out chapters, and then new moon initiating things.
Yes.
I'm really stoked. I'm excited to say goodbye to October. I feel like November is gonna be some more that works out too intuitively. I feel like there'll be more clearing as well.
Absolutely.
But it'll be almost like that, you know, the type of clearing like when certain people exit out of your life, right?
Yes.
And sometimes certain friendships exit out, like there's nothing wrong, right?
Yeah.
They're just on a different path.
Yes.
And those releasing and those relationships lets you be fully yourself, because sometimes those dynamics hold you back and hold back your spiritual growth. Or you justify it by saying, oh, well, that's a family member. I have to, whatever.
Mm.
But do you? Like, you could have healthy boundaries.
Yes.
And you get to say how it's going to go.
Yes.
So I really feel like people are connecting to that. And that, you know, I feel like I'm really excited. I feel like it's been a very deep cycle for me. I'm a Pisces, but I'm actually in my progressed Aries sun right now.
Ooh, nice. I feel you.
So I really tap it into like full, like, whoa, this is cool. And I'm just really embracing unapologetically being who I am, without justifying, without explaining, without feeling like I needed to defend. And if I need to do any of those things, that's not my people.
Yes.
And I'm just going to keep moving, and I'm going to trust.
Yes.
And hey, like, it's so great to tend the soil. I feel like I'm tending the soil of my life, if that makes sense. Like, yeah. I'm this like mighty oak tree, but there are certain branches that have broken off. There are certain leaves that I've let fall off the tree, and I'm being okay with those relationships leaving.
Yes.
And trusting in what's going to come in, and trusting also in the high quality relationships that I do have, even if that's one or two. Like, if you're listening right now and you're like, I have none. No, you don't. No, you don't. You got the ancestors. You got divine. You got invisible forces that are looking out for you right now. And you have us, our tribe, right here and now, even if I've never met you. So I felt a calling to say that, because I know a lot of people are grappling with a lot of metamorphosis right now.
Bruh, that was so powerful. That was so powerful. Like, thank you so much for sharing that. Like, that's hard for some people, like, to like be able to like allow and surrender to that. And that's so cool. To just hear your like loving words of encouragement, because I know there's somebody out there that is either in the live right now listening with J-Lo and vaulting, passing the blunt back and forth, or who are who's gonna come back and listen to this this live back, you know, in a couple hours or minutes, and like it's gonna be so powerful to hear that. So thank you so much for sharing that, and congratulations on this evolution that you're going through. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I felt like, I don't know, I think that's the lesson for me, but I think it's more. It's almost like in 2019 that lesson started, but I felt like in 2020 it became the collective lesson, if that makes sense.
Yes. I completely understand. I feel you on that one. Yes, I've
right. So like, you know, I had this experience where, you know, my mom like had a really like a health challenge, and all of a sudden, like, that really showed like who are the people that are really for me in here, and it was a little disheartening to see. It was like, whoa, like, I guess my tribe is not as big as I thought. That's interesting. Okay. And then like owning that, having awareness and being like, all right, well, what are the caliber of friendships that you do want to have?
Yes.
And guess what happened? Like, you know, one person, you know, showed up couple of months after that experience, another great friendship formed. 6 months after that are brand new friendships, but they're higher caliber. Like they the way they showed up for myself and my mom and such in the way I wish my old friends did. So this is like what I'm sharing is a very deep experience from personal experience of just seeing how I want friends that show up during the challenging times, but also doing like when I'm doing great, it's easy to be a friend, right?
Yes.
It's easy to be someone's friend when they're doing all great and you can get something out of them. But can you be there during like one of the most challenging times in their life?
Absolutely.
Like that really is a testimony.
Yes.
And also too, it's like I feel like that's true value. That is something that if you have that spirit of contribution and listening and being there for someone during a tough time, when they're going through something like that, that is priceless. That is gold.
Yes.
And that's something that someone should really celebrate about themselves because we live in a collective energy that's the opposite pole. My mom's generation was very different. It really was community based, looked out for each other. Oh, you need a babysitter? Oh, I got you. And then over the years, in the decades, it's been more like I oriented. I versus we. And it's really about the we context because we're all in this together.
Yes.
We're all connected.
Yes.
So it takes so please people apply yourself if you are a we context person because it makes a huge difference. But I also do think there is space for like the I, right? So you have to refill your cup, right?
Yeah.
But are you refilling your ego? Or are you refilling your higher self? And like learning that dance and that discernment has also been like blowing my mind too, right? It's like, oh, what am I feeding right now?
Yes. Yeah. It's important to have that balance. That's really cool. Yeah. I'm glad that you brought that up. That's really, really important. Because it's gonna be a need for community, which is honestly the reason why I shifted from spirituality to more so on the leadership side of things. Because I want to help build up leaders for this new world. And not just like, single individual leaders, but like everybody, the leader within themselves for everybody. Because like if everybody is a equal and strong, powerful leader, like can you imagine like the amazing things that people will be able to get done, like the communities that people will be able to build with like love and appreciation and kindness? Phenomenal.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
That's why I know you're a real leader and you're not full of shit. Right?
Exactly.
Language, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
A lot of people think the old construct of leadership is this very toxic, masculine style of leadership.
Yes.
That I've actually experienced from women as well.
Yes.
Where they think leadership is like putting down people and minimizing them and making them smaller. And it's like, no, honey. No. Your job is to inspire others.
Exactly.
Yes, your job is to mentor. Your job is to give back. That is a true leadership. Not to minimize or diminish anyone or bully, but I think that's the old template that I think is dying away. And like, as we enter like the age of Aquarius and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what that's what the new world's all about is going to be. It's definitely the togetherness aspect and the toxic leadership is going to be out the door. I mean, it's already been proven that it doesn't work, and it shows. I've worked at plenty of places where like small businesses and like startups where the boss would automatically come and tell you like shit like, well, you're all replaceable. Like, who fucking says that? Like, I don't want to be at a place like that. I mean, before I would let that shit go before I had this like more of a strong sense of like my value and worth. And I love working with other people. So I guess in a way, like in my mind, I can definitely see like the balance of how it needs to be, at least how it works in my mind. It'll probably evolve as time continues on because that's just how it is. But at the moment in time, like you don't tell people that first and foremost. And it's important for people to know like their own value, but also understand that other people have just as amazing values and value to the company or to the group as you do. It may not be the same, but like you can't equate it at that point. Like somebody has more value or another person just because they can do something. They can do a specific thing really, really good, and the other person can do something really, really good. At that point, you can't really compare them. They're just two halves or two pieces of a whole entire connection pie and that they make something greater together, which is why I like doing this.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. And the way you said it is perfect, right? Because the context you created was they're irreplaceable.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it's about, they use this in sales, but it's like, what is the unique value proposition? But guess what? The employee or the employer, that is your unique value proposition, whatever you uniquely have to offer the
Yes.
team. And when people are nurtured in that way, it's wonderful. And I think the last point you brought up, it kind of spurs into something a little different that we could touch on maybe, is the idea of like, I love what you said about like the comparing. It's not about comparing.
Yeah, you can't.
It's like one single piece is almost like, I use the term like similar to yours, is a mosaic, right?
Oh, I
like
love that.
the purple piece and you're like the red, garnet, and like, who knows? And maybe that'll change tomorrow, but for today, those are our expressions, right?
Yes.
And they're both uniquely valuable. But I think in times like these, it's weird, the dynamic. I was talking about this with Jax, actually.
Oh, really?
And he
Fucking love Jax.
Actually,
love that guy. He's so cool.
Yeah, right. So like the polarities that are happening, right? Like where it's so black and white extreme, and no one leaves room to let people have their experience and their point of view, and also have a different one. But then, like, just because I have a different point of view doesn't invalidate yours. Like,
Yes.
they both can coexist. And so it's just wild that what's happening. And I know we'll find a way to meet in the middle, because it's not sustainable to live at the polar opposite sides. Like, that's not healthy for anyone. And so that's just been interesting for me to watch, and I've had compassion. I've also seen the humor in it, but
yes.
It's like, really, guys, it's really I get you. What you're saying is valid. What you're saying is not valid. Like, why do we need to keep going back and forth like this?
I love it, and I love that you bring that up too, because it is that black and white thinking that has got us into the mess that we're presently in at this point. But it's those opposites that make us so beautiful. And like, I think right now we're already like transcending that, like especially Mystical Illuminations. Like, hey, what's up, Ja? Don't think I didn't see you. Thank you so much for making it. And vaulting, we passed the blunt, New Age Ja's way. But like Mystical Illuminations, like I see people like all the time, like everybody's like talking and they're discussing, and like they're open to being willing to like to talk about it and change, not necessarily change their opinions, but like add on to and evolve their opinions. Like something I like to say all the time is like, I love being proved wrong, because that I look at that as a new learning opportunity for me. Because that's important. Let me rephrase it. Not that I love being proved wrong all the time. I appreciate being proved wrong because it shows that there's so much more that I can learn and grow and develop from that situation, whatever it may be.
And I love that you even said that term, right? Like, sometimes it's like, okay, I could be right or wrong about this.
Yes.
And what's more valuable, me being right about this thing or my peace of mind?
Yeah.
Like if people actually stop to look at what it's costing them to be right about something,
yes,
and so attached, they would actually be like, this is silly. And then they would release it. They would laugh at themselves in the situation and be like, actually, my viewpoint hasn't shifted, but I'm actually getting that this is not worth it. And this is something that and this is just something that, hey, we won't talk about. Let's shift. Let's look at things that we do have in common. Let's speed that for a little bit. Table this or whatever. We're both really triggered by it. And I'm sorry I acted like or whatever, right? But it takes someone stopping the back and forth tension and be like, this is silly.
Yes.
So I love what you said. You said something else brilliant too, but I didn't write it down.
It's fine. You're fine.
Somewhere in my mind. No, this has been really wonderful talking to you. So who's up next? I'm serious.
Yeah, you can just keep. So I'm just gonna drop the link one more time in the chat. So if anybody wants to join in the live, the Zoom, If you guys want to talk and stuff, you can totally just join in. Jodea will take a step back and just hang out and chill. Or we'll figure it out. But for now, me and Jodea are having a great conversation. I'm really having a great conversation with you. Thank you so much for bringing your opinions and yourself and being courageous to join in. Coming on live can be a little nerve-wracking. I remember when I first started going live like years ago. Like I was really nervous, and I would go live on like a separate Instagram account that I made, and I wouldn't tell anybody I had this. I wouldn't tell anybody I was going live, and I just go by myself. And then at a certain point, I was like, I need to get out of that thing, because I'm like, well, I really want to like have conversations with people. So thank you so much for choosing to come and join, like, and sharing your opinions, because like this is how the co-creation process works, specifically how I do my coaching. Because when you come together with an individual, you're bringing your wisdom, your knowledge, and what you feel in the moment with another person's thoughts, feelings, and emotions as well. And you guys are coming together and creating this beautiful, like you said, mosaic. I really like that. I'm gonna start saying that now. Of personality and so many cool, amazing things. So thank you so much like I said, I've said it once and I've said it a million times, but thank you so much for joining me for this this chat. What's you said you're going through evolution. What's like one like really awesome thing that's happened to you, I guess like this year, that's like really boosted your evolution?
Ooh, wow.
These are the types of things that I do as a life coach. It's all about asking questions. So I've been
I thought
trained.
you were gonna go like further back, but okay.
Let's do
Like
let's
this year.
this year, because you've been going through the evolution process for quite
Oh,
some time. So that's
well,
really cool.
I guess I could say, um, I guess I would say I've been humbled this year. Like I kind of had this idea in my head, and I had a lot of evidence, right?
Yeah.
To back that story up of, well, I've been through all there is to go through. Like I've been through all the challenging things that there is to go through. But I feel like what I learned this year, I've been humbled, is that I went through the most challenging thing. And I thought it was a thing I knew before, because I experienced it before with my dad and with my stepdad in their transition. But I feel that even when you think you know something, I've been here before, it's going to feel different 7 years later. It's going to feel different depending on who that person is. And for me, that was like, you're back here again. Okay. So, wow, what does grief have to teach me now? Because I thought grief had taught me everything there was to know.
Damn.
From aunts and uncles and best friends. And it's like, whoa, I never knew you at all, because this feels I feel like I'm at the beginning. I feel like I'm at the beginning of where grief was created.
Damn.
I thought I knew you, so I don't know you at all.
Surprised your whole entire life. Wow.
So like that is the big aha, is that I think that sometimes life humbles us, and it may seem like, I've been here before, the same experience, but really allowing yourself to have the experience newly and allow it to teach you at yet another level. Yes. Because we're always evolving, we're always changing. And also some bit of hope that I could sound like this, but yet I know for sure this has been the hardest year of my life, but yet I still find the joy, I still find the gold, I still have my voice, I still see purpose, I still have my faith, right? Because those things, kind of things could test your faith.
Oh, hell yeah, absolutely.
And so that's what I would give say.
Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it.
Sense.
Yeah, it totally made sense. And thank you so much for sharing. I'm happy to hear that you know, even through this tough time, because you said this is like one of your toughest years yet. I'm so thankful to hear that you are still like powering through, because like you sound so like you are clear, not even sound like you are clearly an amazing individual. And I'm very blessed to be able to spend this time with you, talking with you and discussing these things with you, like even through these hard times. And like I that's very encouraging to hear, because not a lot of people would be able to do that. So you should be really proud of yourself first and foremost. If I haven't already said it, but like you should be really really proud of yourself for being able to like power through, and knowing and like meeting grief at like where you thought you thought you knew grief, and then you realized and found this even more depth to it. And now you still being able to, even though it's still the roughest year, you're still able to conquer through it. And like that's so incredible. You're so powerful, like super super powerful. A house of Judea, I'm not even surprised, like come on. But still, like that's really really powerful. So yeah, thank you so much. Can
Thank you so much.
yeah, definitely. No, we was it I don't know if you ever seen the meme with Bugs Bunny. It's like, you know, our, when it has like the little like what's it, what flag is it? It's supposed to be like Soviet Union, like our yeah, and that's what I'm like, it's our I'll try to find the meme later, but that's just what I think. So yeah, yeah.
I think I know it. It's been a minute since I watched Bugs Bunny, but I will watch it with my mama. I will watch that and like Care Bears. That'd be my jam.
Yeah, vaulting. Yeah, your words did really hit for real. So the next question I had for you, if you don't mind me continue talking with you.
No worries. I'm nervous, guys. Like, if it seems like a little easy for me, I'm
I
like
wouldn't.
holding a citrine crystal, like for dear life.
You're doing amazing and fantastic, and people are like listening and loving what you have to share. I'm like enthralled with what you have to share. Like your speaking power is incredible. Like I couldn't even tell that you're nervous. Like you're doing amazing. So you should be really really excited and happy for yourself.
I don't know. I'm being channeled by someone right now.
It's just your higher self.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing. So the next question I have for you is, how were you able to have this perspective, like to still have this joy even through this new face off to grief?
I think it's all of like the things I've been really blessed to, you know, grow with a mom who taught me, who gave me amazing tools.
That's beautiful.
At a young age. She introduced me, I don't know if you know, Ernest Holmes, Science of
Yes,
Mind.
I do know Ernest Holmes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, imagine getting introduced to Science of Mind like when you're like 7th grade or 6th grade.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, I would say just allowing myself to feel everything, but not putting judgment, just allowing to come up, whatever rise wants to come up. And another huge thing that I've been starting to do that's been really helpful is walking by the water.
Ooh, I love that.
And eating like the ducks and watching the sunset. It's something about watching the sunset and being like, okay, I made it through this day. Thank you for the lessons. And then it's so beautiful. Even if it was like the crappiest day,
yeah.
You look at the sunset and it's just like, oh, the world is beautiful.
That's great.
And don't get me wrong, I was very much a night owl for like a good some portion of my life because I used to like bartend and stuff. So, but you know, it is really nice to get back into the rhythm too of awakening early.
Yes.
Because the New York City is so loud and busy and whatever, but it's so nice to get up really early at sunrise. And I think there is something to that of awakening with the sun. And also the first thing I do, it helps me because even if because I'm gonna say this to people who have a hard time getting out of bed. Like I get you, I feel you.
Me too.
Say a little gratitude while you laying down.
Yes.
Oprah does it. Like hello. So literally say and say whatever. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you what to say, but say whatever feeds you and lifts your spirit. But what I personally should say is like, thank you for another gift of life. I know that some people didn't awaken this morning and didn't arise this morning. And I have like a little like candle altar with my crystals. That's not far from my bed. And I just do a little thing of gratitude. And like, I just say like a simple prayer of like, you know, please show me where to go today. Show me what to say and what to do, where I can make the biggest difference today. And let not my fears get in the way of being a channel of love, or whatever that thing is that I feel inspired to say.
I love that.
And then sometimes I just like cry.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my heart is heavy right now. Oh, or like one of my best friends, Kristen, she like gets me every time. She randomly sends me text messages, and like she doesn't say how you're doing. You know what she says? So, hey, Queen, how's your heart doing today?
And then you're just like, those are the good friends.
Why do you have to be so deep? Like, why do you have to be like a little spirit that you should?
Oh, that's so beautiful to hear.
Yeah, so like, how is your heart doing? Because I feel a lot of times in life we pretend.
Yes.
We put on this armor. We say, "Oh, I'm gonna be fine," but take the pause.
Yes.
Take the pause. Really feel what's happening inside your body and let it come up and out. Because those things that are locked in, that pain, the grief, the resentment, any of that, that's not harming the other person. That, or like some of that stuff is from 10 years ago. Like, recognize it, see it, feel it, and then let it come up and out. Don't let it turn into disease.
I love that.
Don't let that block the flow of your light shining through. And sometimes I think people don't talk up enough about, it's not about being high vibe all the time. Actually, that's a lie.
Yeah, it is a lie.
Because if you're high vibe all the time, then when are you going to unearth the shadowy parts? When are you going to learn the lessons of the shadow?
Yes.
There's a reason why there's a sun and a moon. It's not sunshine all day.
No.
There's a sun and a moon. There's a sun and a moon. The shadow lessons serve a purpose, but also the sun serves a purpose. Allow your body to feel what it needs to feel without apologizing, and be around people that like give you space to express that.
Yes. Yeah. So true. So true. I love that you brought up the shadow self, especially because we're in Scorpio season, because that's going to be a big theme for the next couple weeks. Is all about dealing with that shadow self. So thank you for bringing that up. It's really exciting.
No, for sure.
You're awesome.
Black Panther, power animal.
Ooh, nice. That's so cool. Mine's a beaver.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just recently found that out.
You know you have more than one, right?
Yes.
Like a group that comes in and out depending on what you need.
Yeah, currently it's a beaver, and apparently that's like my born one. So.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Hold on one second. So it looks like Amber wants, I think, to join in as well, but we'll keep talking a little bit. But yeah, how's it, Gia? Thank you so much for sharing. I really want to I know I've said it a couple times, but one of the most important things for life coaching is like really sharing and appreciating these times of great wins and successes. Because like we as human beings, we are almost like damn near programmed to only focus on the things that we do wrong. And so it's really important and imperative. And that's what I do in my practice specifically with people, is to really remind them and encourage them and show them this is where you're at right now. Like you've even said it yourself, yeah, it's been a rough, once again, a rough year, but you just gave everybody the best advice ever when it comes to getting out of bed on those rough days. It's just showing gratitude, seeing where you're at, allowing yourself to love yourself. Those are so powerful, and those are things that people may forget. And I also have a mom that basically kind of did the same thing, gave me a lot of self-development books at a very early age. And so when that happened, I had that same experience, but not a lot of people were unfortunately blessed with that amazing ability. So it's really awesome to hear that from you. So Amber's joining in right now. I'm gonna go ahead and
Awesome. Can I just like say one thing before Amber?
Yeah,
I just want to
go
acknowledge
ahead.
you for just being the type of coach that's so honest and so real
Thank you.
about their challenges and transparent.
Oh
Because
yeah.
there's a lot of out there, and you also are also so affordable for your offerings, but also honoring like your worth and your value. Because there's also people out there that do your services and they're just straight up taking advantage of people.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you for being the real thing. Thank you, Amber, for being brave. I'm gonna like listen. Oh, you're so pretty. I'm gonna like be on silent right now.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh, she can't hear me because she's connected to audio.
No, I mean she can hear you from the chat.
Oh, she can.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
cool.
your the audio from Zoom is actually playing through through the
Okay.
so everybody heard everything that you've been talking about, and I'm pretty sure she can hear you. And you're awesome. Like, thank you so much for taking the step, because like it's exciting to hear it, and I hope that you have an awesome, amazing week this upcoming week. And once again, to those of you who haven't joined already, Discord is down. Shout out to JLo for sending me the hot spot, or like the area where like Discord's down. It's apparently like a whole like worldwide thing. It's kind of crazy. Of course, it happens on the day that I go live and I use Discord to have people join in, but it is how it is. So let's go ahead and shift things over. Amber, thank you so much for joining Rebirth Sundays Live. I really appreciate. Oh, your audio is still connecting. Oh, give it a second. You might have to connect it on your phone. I don't know if you. I still can't hear you. Hold on a second. It's all good. Man, if someone's gonna tell me that yeah, it's coming in. Oh, I love your backdrops. Wow, that tree is really cool. Did not connect to audio. That's so weird. Um, yeah, try one more time. Man, if this isn't interference, I don't know what is. But oh, that's crazy. Um, give it a second. Okay, yeah, try coming back in, Amber. Maybe that'll help out. And it'll go through. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, all of you guys, for joining me for this Rebirth Sundays live. I'm not too sure if I can fully 1,000% say that I'll be here for next Sunday, because I will be. You know what? Yeah, I will be able to for Halloween. Maybe I'll come in costume. Maybe Brock Hard will make an appearance for next Rebirth Sundays live. But yeah, come just try it one more time, Amber. I'm sure you'll be able to make it. And then after you, we'll talk for like 20 or more minutes, however long you want to discuss and talk. And then we can, what was I going to say? After that, we'll head out. And then, House of J, you did great, honestly. If you haven't already thought about maybe being in like a speaker role of some sorts, if that's not your thing, that's totally fine. But have you ever considered, I highly 1,000% like recommend you should definitely try it. I think you're awesome about it. Yeah, it is real. It's true, because a lot of people don't always have that that encouragement, and especially if they've had that encouragement, it's still connecting, Amber. Yeah. Oh, we did it. We did it. We did it. You just have to unmute yourself. Yes. Yes, you did it. We're out. We're here. Amber, welcome to it.
I can still hear you on YouTube. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Okay.
We get.
Yeah, I can. I think I still have YouTube open. Hold on.
Okay, you're good. You're fine. Go ahead. Take as long as you need to. No rush. But thank you so much for making it. Thank you so much for joining in the chat. Welcome. This is a place for us to talk about different things. If there's a specific thing that you want to talk about, or if you just want to chat, if you want to do some coaching, whatever you'd like to talk about, this is what we're here for.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was listening to you guys talk about grief, and she brought up that it comes back.
Yes.
And it definitely does come back. It's like even the same grief, like grieving about the same thing, like it will come back and feel like new again, and you have to go through it again. So like I lost my father 13 years ago, and some days it's fresh. And I just have to deal with it. Like, I'll let myself cry for a minute, listen to a song that reminds me of him. He loved Neil Young. So that's something I do, just think about him and give myself that time and space. Because if you feel guilty for grieving, I mean, guilt is a useless emotion to begin with.
Yes.
But then if you pile it on top of something difficult like grief, you're just setting yourself up for failure.
Yes, absolutely. It's hard because and these are the things that they don't talk about. They don't talk about having to people don't talk always about like letting it go, like allowing yourself to experience the grief at the time that you're having it, but also allowing yourself to let it go. I love that you bring up one of your father's like favorite songs. I think that's really, really beautiful. And I'm sorry to hear for your loss. I'm sure he was a great man. And
Thank you.
yeah, of course. Like it's hard to lose a loved one. It's really, really hard. I'm currently at the moment, I'm blessed to have both my parents still alive with me. But my mother, she had a stroke like back when I like 2 months after I graduated from high school, and I've been taking care of her ever since. I've been slowly watching her deteriorate, and it's hard. It's hard. No one prepares you for the loss of a loved one that's been there to take care of you. That's like been a rock in your life. So it's definitely hard. And so thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Absolutely. Yeah. I wanted to take this opportunity because I have just like recorded a couple of Zoom calls of me doing tarot cards.
Ooh.
And thinking about trying to do lives. And I was thinking earlier, like, man, I wish I had something set up. Like today would be a good day to just chat. And then I turned you on.
Well, welcome.
Really?
I love it. Those crazy syncs, man. I'm telling you, and they're getting crazier and crazier every day. So what I 1,000% say do it. Like if you feel called to do it, I think you should definitely do it, which I mean you're already doing it. But so what did you pull for today? Let me ask you that.
Well, it was for a friend.
Nice.
So it was her. She is starting a reconnective healing business.
Ooh.
I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's like Reiki, but you don't touch people.
Yes.
So yeah, and she lives over in DC. She's doing the whole office space thing. So yeah, it's like kind of an investment and a big deal.
Yes.
So yeah, I was reading for her, and this is the second time I pulled the time card for her in regard to this. So this is something she's been building up to for like her whole life. And yeah, she's ready. She's ready. I have the Da Vinci deck, so it doesn't correspond exactly.
Gotcha.
So I think time is the same. There's renewal, which is the world.
Ooh.
Really neat. It's like sketches from Da Vinci's notebook and all.
That's really cool. That's intense. I would love to like see it if you want to show it to me.
Oh yeah, sure.
I
got it handy. Like
you're like, I got him right here. I love it. Vaulting. So so the workshop that I'm doing is not necessarily a webinar. It's going to be mini like workshops of like 5 or 6 people. One of them is myself. And they're going to be happening. The first 3 are the 25th, 26th, and 27th of October. So next week. And I have 2 times on the 25th, 1 time on the 26th, and then maybe 1 time on the 27th. I have to look back into my dates. But if you're talking about the live peace talk that I did with the Peace Dealer, I did that on Friday night. So it's already still there. If you go onto Peace Dealer's website, his YouTube channel, it should be there. YouTube is mad at no, Instagram is mad at him for whatever reason. I don't know what it was.
He's on fire.
Yeah,
He's on fire.
because he's speaking the truth. Because they're hating.
They're speaking the truth.
You know how they are. But yeah, so it didn't happen last night. It happened, if you're talking about that one, it's on Friday night.
I saw Rock Hard. I'm rooting for Rock Hard. I have my own other personality too. So for you to jump on the other day with your other personality, and then plus, Sir Oreo.
Oh my God, that was one for the books. One for the books. It was because of a Rebirth Sunday that I did previously that somebody actually popped in. It was Ben's Lost Mind. he was like, oh, I would love for Brockhard to meet Sir Oreo. So I talked with Michael, and that's how we all got this together. And he's like, let's do it, but like make something go along with it. And I was like, okay. So I made the whole entire workshop. So are you gonna pull for us?
That's great. I can. Yeah.
If you're open to it, I'm sure.
I am. I can do it. Do you want me to pull for everybody or for you? I have never done a collective reading, really, except right before January 5th. I was like, give me a collective reading for everybody. And it was like the Tower and disappointment. It was just like, wow, okay, tomorrow's gonna be interesting. And yeah.
And then everything went to shit.
And that was okay.
That's fire. Dang, that's really powerful. So yeah, let's give a reading for everybody. So everyone can kind of like peep your information, and then if you're on social media, I would love for you to like drop it into the chat so everybody can go and follow you. And if yeah, because I want to support other creatives, other people who are trying to raise the frequency. It's important.
Okay, what we got? Ooh. Okay, I don't think I'm the only one with nervous energy here.
It's okay. Take your time. No rush. Allow what's to come, what needs to be heard and said.
You're so positive, Hank.
Oh, thank you. Hey, somebody has to. But like honestly, like I just really enjoy life, and I just really love communicating with other people. I love hearing everybody's information. Like I gained so much more knowledge from working with other people than I feel like from like school could ever teach me, or from whatever I could read from books. Because like we are like I just think it's so awesome. Especially like what's better than like, because as human beings, as beings that we are, we are the gods of our surroundings. Like we interact and we change things as we go along. Like what's better than that is like working with other co-creators in the universe, and like building like so many cool things. I just think it's awesome. Like that's how we get to like this beautiful utopia in the 5D. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Vaulting.
Absolutely. It's about bringing the 3D up and the 5D down. Meet in the middle.
Yes.
So okay, I got some cards here.
Yes.
And I think that we are all going through trials. That's what I got. I just did 3 cards. So
I love that 3 of air. Yeah, that looks really cool. Wow.
Yeah. So the this deck is like air, fire, water, earth, instead of the regular suits. And so yeah, we have 3 of air here. So yeah, I'm not the only one with nervous energy. Everybody's going through it.
Yes.
And I think what's gonna bring us out through this in one piece within ourselves, because peace outside ourselves. Let's not get carried away. Let's not put ourselves up for failure.
Yes.
Setting our goals, guys. So let's aim for peace within ourselves. And it's going to come from family. And of course, that's chosen family. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can definitely see that. That's so cool. Wow, this is a beautiful deck.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I've had it for, God, I don't even know how long. Over 15 years. Maybe going on 20. I don't know. Dating myself here.
It's okay. You're fine. I would never have guessed it. I would have never guessed over 25. Absolutely.
It.
No, it's true.
Keep your face out of the sun, kids.
There we go.
That's my free advice. But okay, so and the other thing is like we're coming from that family place.
Yes.
But it's gonna be new. It's gonna be new. That's the Page of Air. So that's the Page of Swords. And yeah, we're coming through this with new ideas, and we got to be a little adventurous.
Yes.
Like hopping on a live.
doing a live card reading, maybe for the first time.
Live collective card reading for the first time. You just gotta jump out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really, really do though. Like that's really, really cool. There's a lot of air in there, and that's really exciting, especially since we just came out of like the Libra season, moving into the Scorpio season with the shadow water. But like it sounds like to me from the reading, there's a lot of like good opportunities. Like it's rough, and like I can attest, like it's my current present moment is doing really, really well. It can always do better, but I don't know, like I'm just excited to see what's to come, because like obviously like we all know what's up. We're not sipping the tea. So we know like something's about to happen, and we can all like feel it
Right.
instinctively.
We
But
all feel it. Yeah.
but there's that
Yeah.
that also knowing that, like, especially since you pulled that the six of water, you said, correct? Was it
10.
10 of water?
10. We got family.
I love that. I love that family aspect, because that's exactly how we're going to pull each other out. It's not going to be one of individuals necessarily pulling, themselves out. It's going to be like the tribes coming together, working together to help bring people out of this dark period that's about to come upon us and really fucking scare the shit out of everybody. But we're going to be fine, because we already know what's to come. It's just still going to be intense situation. So thank you so much for sharing that. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, but make sure put your social information in it, because I want to see more of your readings, because that was fire.
Oh, okay, absolutely. And yeah, I believe if you just click, anybody can just click on my profile. I have one reading up.
Ooh, nice.
Zoom is gonna send me the one I did today soon. So yeah, my Instagram, I just started a new Instagram profile, so there's hardly anything there, but I will comment it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And everybody who's in the chat right now, oh, I just almost took out my headphones. Everybody's in the chat right now, please go follow Amber for more of these awesome readings. I bet you did feel it, Vaulting, because the shots were for all of us, for sure. Because like I honestly felt that very much so. And I like that for the 10 of Waters. I really did feel the same thing. As soon as you said, I was like, wow, it feels like a connection with like other individuals. And then you said it like, like the chosen family. And I was like, damn, that's so cool. Synchronicities are wild. So
they're on and popping today.
yes.
It is on and popping.
Yeah, for sure. So Amber, let's move over. What's one thing that you're looking forward to this upcoming week?
Oh, this week, I'm gonna put some of my art and paintings on Instagram.
Ooh, yes.
That's what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna have like stuff for my budding business, offering readings and stuff, but then I do paintings as well.
I was gonna ask you, are those yours? Because those are really pretty.
Most of them. This was actually one of our first pandemic projects. Me and my 11-year-old daughter did nightscapes.
Ooh.
So she did this one and this one.
That's so cool.
Like splatter paintings.
Those are splatter paintings, because those.
This one is. No, the rest of them. This one was like a little bit. I'm a Virgo.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, let me just splatter like a little bit on top of this very carefully constructed. That's how I was able to do a splatter painting.
I love it. That's so cool, though.
Yeah, so that's my goal, is to get some pictures up on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a low-key meme and one picture of me. So.
Hey, that's the best way to do it. And yeah, Ja, please, you can definitely jump on in. I would love to chat with you. Janice is like my sister, but it's gonna take her a few minutes, so you're not going anywhere, Amber. I'm not gonna let you go out. We're still talking. So I love to hear that. That's really exciting. I guess the next thing is, I'll ask the same question that I asked to House of Judea to you, is how has your year been?
This year has been okay.
Okay. Hey, okay is not bad. It's not horrible. Oh, we'll go with okay.
It's not bad. Oh my God. My daughter just got here and my dog's like, I see you. I'm waving her in. I'm just waving her in. Come on. So yeah, this year has been better than last year, that's for sure.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'll go ahead and let you make sure your daughter can come in. How many dogs do you have?
I have one dog, and I'm on a live on YouTube with somebody.
Hi, Minnie Amber. How are you doing?
Amber, I don't want to show her.
No, it's fine.
Background. Yeah, so last year was so slow and so boring, and Christmas was absolutely lame. So
Yes.
I'm hoping, we already did, like, this summer was a lot better. We got to go to the ocean together.
Oh, that's
so that
nice.
was awesome. Yeah, so this year I really feel like it's been a rebirth. Callie.
Oh, is that your puppy? So cute. He's excited. Oh, so I'm glad to hear that. That's good. I'm glad that you're able to get out and enjoy the beach finally, and really like take yourself out of what was a interesting situation to begin with last year.
I love this. I love the positive spin people put on describing last year. It was interesting. It was different.
Yes, I could honestly say my early 2020 beginning and towards the other half of my 2020 were like completely polar opposites. But then again, I was doing a lot of self-development. I was just like focusing on myself because it was like, well, what else can I do? And it made it a lot better actually. And I actually really enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed the self-made hermiting that was basically created from the pandemic. And the it was I don't know, it was great experience. It was hard at first because like you were really put into like a specific place of like really forced surrender. But it was still a decision and choice that people had to make because like at the end of the day, like you didn't have to. If you really want to, you could have just like, I don't know,
Just kept going.
yeah, and just been frustrated, but like you didn't, and that's really cool. And like for you and your daughter, like you guys started painting. I think that's really, really awesome. Like that you started going into creativity, and you found ways to keep yourself busy.
Yeah, we did. And wait, I wanted to comment about. Oh no, what did I want to comment about?
Go ahead, do it.
Yeah, last year, how people were, choosing to stay in and stuff like that. And I was thinking, and talking to my good friends about this, like, how are people who have never gone inside, who have never self-isolated for like spiritual purposes, how are these people coping with this? And I don't think well. Like, I don't think a lot of people cope well. I think, but on a positive note, I see now with all these strikes going on.
Yes.
With people, I know you touched on this earlier. People just not tolerating bullshit anymore.
Yes.
And I love seeing this. I don't know if you guys are aware from independent news sources about how many people in this country right now are on strike.
Yes.
And they're not talking about it on MSNBC.
Of course. They don't want people to know.
They want us to be separate. They don't want to see people working together and caring about each other.
Yes.
Capitalism isolates us.
Yes.
People are managing to organize and fight back, and I absolutely love it. And it was last year, something like that was almost too much to hope for. I hope more people have these awakenings and realize that they don't have to put up with not being paid enough.
Yes.
And with being treated like crap and paying into insurance. Everybody needs to wake the hell up from that. And it's just starting. So, like most things in my life, things don't happen when I want them to.
Yes.
This is all happening a lot slower
than it was hoping for, right? Yeah.
But yeah, that I would wish for in my perfect revolution world. It's just on and popping tomorrow. So
yes,
we'll be more patient than that.
But it's exciting to see. Yeah, I have heard a lot about the protests and stuff. I think if you're familiar with Kobe, we have like an administrator like ClearSight chat that we discussed, and he was like talking about it. He was all like, yeah. So he was talking about it. He's like, oh yeah, man. He's like, I don't know, I think it was like the Delta or whatever. He's like, expect a lot more delayed flights coming up soon, because then the Delta strike started, and I was like, good, this is what we need to see, because that's the only way we're going to be able to get the change. It's like people stepping out and taking that chance to say that this is not okay, and I don't want to see this anymore. And of course, like, mainstream media doesn't want people knowing, because if they do, then more people are going to join in, because like,
Thinking about their job.
yep.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen soon. I mean, it is America's reckoning, and not just America, but the whole entire world itself. Like, everybody's is now going to be starting to take up arms and say, like, we don't want what has been going on for these past several years. Like, we don't need that to continue happening. You know, we deserve our independence. We deserve to be able to lead ourselves. And I just think that's really, really fucking awesome.
I see a job.
Yes. Anyway, so one more question I have for you before we can switch off, unless there's anything else you want to talk about, is
No, that was it for me.
okay, perfect. So you know, it sounds like to me like you are definitely this like freedom fighter Virgo, which is really exciting to hear, because everyone needs a Virgo in their lives, point blank, period. And that's really exciting to hear that you are like in this position. How and you have a daughter. Like, how are you handling this, like having a child in this situation? Like, what are you talking to her about? Like, what encouragement can you give to another parent in this situation? I'm not a parent, I just have a cat, but I can definitely tell my cat this advice.
You can practice on your cat. So you can practice just in case there's a child in your future.
Eventually there will be.
You know, okay. So yeah, I would say be honest with them. Let them hear it from you.
Mhm.
Things that you think are going to be scary, because the last thing you want is your kids hearing something with somebody else's spin on.
Yes.
So I live in a rural area right now, and I don't want these people confusing my daughter.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so if you want them to understand things, which you have to, because they will.
Yes, they're gonna find out eventually.
They will find out eventually. So just tell them, you know, as much as you feel comfortable explaining to them, just explain it yourself, because it's out there, and you know, everybody from the age of 5 looks at the internet at some point. So
Everybody got a TikTok now.
Oh, my daughter asked me if she could do a TikTok. I said no.
You're a good mom.
What are you even gonna do?
Yeah.
She didn't know.
Yeah, of course.
My friends are doing it. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, absolutely not. So,
That's good. Maybe when you're older, maybe, but by that point, I mean, TikTok will be down because China won't be anyway.
we won't be cool like that.
Yeah.
They're working hard on this new Cold War. So.
Yes, yeah, they are. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your conversations, Amber. Thank you so much for the reading. Like, you're awesome. Thank you for being a great mom. Like, I think that's really, really important. Like, we need a lot of good moms, like J-Lo and Ja. Like, those two, they are great moms too. And I love seeing that there's like a lot of great moms in our group. To see that, because like we need more, once again, leaders to show like how to be good leaders and how to be loving leaders. And it's you guys, the moms are going to be like, you technically speaking, like all you guys have like these like supernatural children that are about to start glowing from their eyes.
He knows exactly.
I bet.
He knows exactly. Absolutely.
So
yeah, and you know, one last thing about kids, you know,
yes.
if you are choosing not to raise your kids in a church or any kind of organized religion, which I'm not a part of and would not send her to anything like that without me. So it's all up to us, like, to tell them, you know, what on their moral compass they need to pay attention to, and what, you know, right and wrong is, and not being selfish, because I feel like people naturally are selfish. It's something learned to be unselfish and to share.
Yes.
That's one of my, I don't know. That's what I think today. I'll think tomorrow. I'll think everybody's light and love. Today, I think everybody's just in it for themselves.
Yeah.
I go back. I don't know.
It's hard. It's that's definitely a hard thing. But I mean, honestly, as long as there's love, and you try and the boundaries, I think that anything can be transcended.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
All right.
thank you so much, Amber.
If I can.
Yes.
I ended with you.
Yeah, just leave.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Amber. You're awesome.
All right. I'm gonna keep watching you and Ja.
Thank you. All right. She's gonna come in soon. All right, Ja, come on in. Amber, once again, thank you so much. Bye bye. Oh, I see some special what's I think you're sideways.
Am I?
Yeah. You're good. And JLo, you're so cool. I just wanted to take the time. I think JLo is so cool having 6 kids right now. You're probably like super powered, just like Ja having 3 kids.
Sideways. I'm gonna
No, you.
hold the phone.
Oh dang! I mean, if you want to just do sideways, you can do that too. But Janice,
But you know, I'm a little sideways. If you didn't know.
No, you're not. If everybody else is just sideways, you're the only one that is. I mean, honestly, there we go. It keeps changing, but I like it. We're keeping us on his toe. Oh, there we go.
I know, I'm gonna have to hold it. Anyways, that's fine, right?
You're looking great. Thank you so much for joining us, Janice. How are you doing? The great and amazing new age job.
Oh, hey, Hank, what's going on?
We're just having a good time talking. I'm gonna have you.
I wanted to be a part of the fun. I was like, there's too much fun going on.
There is a lot of fun. Yeah, thank you so much for popping in. I'm gonna have you be the last person because I do have to go eventually and eat actually breakfast, not just the couple of chickpeas that I stuffed down my throat in the middle of the live. Ja, what you been up to lately? I've noticed you've been really busy.
And Janice is always busy. Well, because there's like Janice,
Yes.
right? And then New Age just like kind of like Brock Hart. Janice all day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of like stop and go energy because it's like, I get like downloads on the astrology, and I get like these whole like paragraphs that I should write, and then I'm like, but I gotta like take a shower or like do the dishes, and then I get like in this like paralyzed like state. So like, should I go do it? If I do it, I'm gonna get stuck there for hours, and if I don't do it, I'm not gonna do my dishes. I need to do my dishes. It's really just pretty much that. It's like, I think the last 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I went through like some sort of like rebirthing process.
Wow.
And it started off with like allergies, and then me turning out to be like sick. And so, but it was like a slow come on because it's hard to like get me down. Like it's hard to. Why can't I see you, Hank?
Oh, sorry, because I turned off my video on mine, because I'm already live on there, and I don't want. I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, it's gonna be fine. All right, so you guys are gonna get double me, I guess, on the Facebook. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry. Whenever I talk, it stops your audio. I'm so sorry about that. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna try doing this real quick. Hold on. I'm going to mute me on here. And I'm gonna try to be patient with myself and make sure that, because I don't want you, because when I talk, it like, and you're talking, it like bleeps out your audio, and I want to be able to hear you. So I'm gonna just be quiet more. But
Well, that was actually my plan, to be quiet.
that's crazy. The sinks. Okay. I'm on StreamYard and Zoom. We're winging it today. I'm holding everything together through this network with gum and paper clips.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're doing great.
Oh.
I'm really time to come up onto mystical illuminations and sharing your light. I think that your energy does a great deal with this. It does propel forward. more we, the brighter it gets, because you do bring a lot of actual light energy, and I see it as like yellow, gold, and you literally like emanate. You're like the sunbeam, and I like how we left off with how selfishness is innate, and that's actually Aries, though, right? But we need Aries because Aries needs to lead the way, right? We
Exactly.
need to be able to trust ourselves instinctively and just trailblaze, which is what you both displayed here now. So I liked how that ended on that note. But the whole sickness thing, it took like 2 weeks to get me down, and then it takes like a whole nother 2 weeks to get. But in the midst of that, you still kind of see my reels and stuff like that. But behind the scenes, I'm going through like crazy shit. I also took some time to take like some sacred medicine, even though I was ill. So but I wasn't ill mentally or truly physically. It's just like I was forced to go in. So like my body like fakes these symptoms because I feel ill. I don't feel sick, but like, the head's heavy, the ears get shut off, the nose, all my senses get forced to like shut off, which is like, okay, that means you have to go lay down. You're forced to go lay down. I was okay.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So it sounds like you were going through ascension symptoms.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I had an ascension, and I think a lot of it has to do with my Mercury progressed. So that means that Mercury is in its domicile or exalted. It's at 0 degrees, so I have to get all the downloads, all the information has to get caught up because I'm natally a Virgo moon, and that's ruled by Mercury. So now my mind and my emotional or my psychic ability, which is my moon, and my more logical mind, Mercury, is able to communicate. So now, before I had barriers of communication as a Mercury Cancer, so all of my intellectual understanding in the emotional realm within, and to learn how to master that all through Cancer, and then learn how to be okay with expressing that through Leo. And I had a lot of complications in that expression. It didn't come out clear. I have a speech impediment, and so then speech impediment is like I have a list, So, and I know when I say that, people are like, that's not a speech impediment. But yeah, it kind of
It is. It is definitely, but I honestly would have never guessed it. I thought that was just like a special I don't know like accent that you had. I didn't think it was anything like other than that. I was like, that's just Ja. I thought it was really cool actually. I thought it was like something very unique to you.
Well, I do have somewhat of an accent as well. So I have an accent because everyone says that, and then the list on top of it that makes it that flavor. But that flavor I had a really hard time with. Like that part of me was what I think hurt me the most, because I felt like I wasn't clear. I felt like I wasn't being understood. Like, even when people ask me my name, I have niece in my name, so that S, I couldn't even say my own name right, and I have like fucking people mirroring back to me, like what sounds like a deaf person. Like some people even person like years ago on the Peace Killer, I did like a video on there, and they're like, I think she's deaf, and I don't think she can hear because my speech was like, and she's home, motherfuckers. It's not deaf. It's not the speech impediment. If you listen, you'd understand what I'm saying. So my progressed Mercury through Leo actually taught me how to come to terms with that unique, creative, expressive self, and how to like work through the blocks. It's been so hard. And on my YouTube, I have like probably 100 now unlisted videos of me trying to break that wall. And now that Mercury is in Virgo, I seem to be able to. And I think
that's what's up. I'm so glad to hear it because your message is very much so needed. Like Janice, like we've talked quite a few times. We went live before together. We did the coaching through the zodiac, which eventually will resume when we get everybody's schedules back on track. It's been hard getting everybody back on there, but I have another project that I'll be doing, which I will be talking to you about eventually. I'm going to be the first episode is going to be premiering this upcoming Friday, but that's beside the point. It's going to be something similar, but a little bit more like laxed. But I'm happy to hear that like you're not allowing like this part of yourself that you may have felt like uncomfortable showing in public to like stop you from sharing like your message, because like it's super super important. Like you're hella fucking psychic, like disturbingly intense. But like I appreciate you stepping out of that comfort zone and like really showing like who you are, because it's important, because you're awesome.
Thank you. And I think that's probably why I gravitate towards your light as well, because you're really encouraging others to go through a process that I went through alone, because I saw your light right at the tail end, you know what I mean? If I would have saw your light before, I would have like asked for your help, you know what I mean? And so seeing you help others come out of their shell and help others begin to step forward into their power, into their life is something that really touches home with me. And so I'm really listening. And you know, and it takes a really special person to do that, because like I can probably help others through my experience, but I'm not as forgiving as you are. You seem to be quite forgiving, and Janice is not always.
That's okay. You don't need to be forgiving. That's that Leo rising.
Yeah, we're Scorpio, yeah.
And that's hard, but I mean that's okay. Like that doesn't need to be your job. Your power and your strength is in plenty of other things, like your channeling ability. It's crazy. Like, what was that?
Those channeling sessions are scary sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one I did last, that shit sent me right to bed. I didn't even rewatch it or nothing, but watching it back, it seems so much more gentle and like nice and more fluffy on the surface, but internally, like I was getting visions. I had like bloody visions. I had like very dangerous visions. I saw mines. I saw all the where the government was bringing us. I saw famine. I saw running. I saw people without clothing. I saw a lot of people in that working session. It scared the living daylights out of me. And that night, normally I like rewatch it to make sure I'm comfortable, which I'm always comfortable with it, because even if there's a mess up in there, I still post it, you know. And I didn't even review it. I wasn't even sure I was gonna post it the next morning. And then the next morning, I was like, "You're gonna watch it," and I watched it. It was nothing what I saw on the inside. What I was much more gentle versus what I was.
That's crazy. Oh my God. Okay, that's crazy. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because I think that's something that like is really important for people to know, like especially if they're getting into that like modality at some point in time in their life, is like, you know, channeling is not what it's all cracked up to be. I watched a channeler called A Walk with the Ancestors, Miss Dean. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her. Her stuff is like insane. Like she also connects like with a lot of different like deities and stuff, and like she talks about it, because like she'll bleep out, and then she'll have to watch it like the next day, and then she'll come on live and she's like, "Ooh, so that was a lot that I just read." Like, and I think a lot of people don't even know that like when you're channeling, like the messages are coming out, like you may not even know what's really coming out of your mouth. So that's like incredible insight from an expert channeler like yourself. So thank you for sharing that with us, and I'm sorry to hear that it's been pretty rough, but it's great to hear that you have this this wisdom that you're receiving from these messages, and it's definitely going to keep a lot of people safe and in the future, and that's really really cool. You're just a really awesome person.
And I just want others to like channel, just sit down and like channel or close. They begin like sometimes I could channel a lot more, but because I'm so afraid of the experience, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's literally like the fool. You have to surrender, because now you have to let yourself go. And now you have to be able to accept the energy that's coming in. And sometimes it's like a little bit of like, I'm not sure if I want to, you know what I mean? But I want to, but I'm not sure if I want to. And but once I can see how it can become a little bit of a schizophrenic experience. You're like, am I fucking losing my shit? Like, I'm going crazy. Like, I'm feeling so much shit. It's like, wow, this is how people end up in the insane asylum, because it's very difficult to maintain control in the midst of losing it, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And there permanently too, which is why psychedelics and stuff like that can be dangerous, because some people get stuck there.
Yes. No, that's really true. Anyway, so Janice, I'll ask you some questions I've asked the other two that joined me today. Is what's something that you're looking forward to this upcoming week?
This upcoming week, I am looking forward to tapping into my renewed energy.
Nice.
So, Mercury going retrograde. Mercury rules my second house and my 11th house. So my second, basically like the money that I have, the money that I store, the money that I make. And my moon being there is like I work with people. I work with the public. I'm a hairstylist, as well as my jobs interweave between taking care of people on their hair and then house like that. So the Gemini, which is the hand rules my 11th house of like people. Mercury going retrograde and it's also 11th house of gains from others, from associates. It going retrograde, and I'm glad it went at that time because I was sick. But that means my appointments got canceled, rescheduled, they got postponed, which I was okay. Every time I was like, oh, thank God, I need to sleep. Oh, thank God, I'm still kind of tripping. Thank God, I need to sleep. You know what I mean? And so now that it's the rest and we're getting shadow period, I'm looking forward to like, getting back into more birth readings and hair and etc. like that. So I'm looking forward to the energy.
That's really cool. I'm excited to see what amazing things are about to come up for you. I'm sure you're going to have plenty of more money-making opportunities. There's no doubt about it. I'm sure you already see them now. That's really exciting. What's one thing that you can, like, how's your year been this year, pretty like specifically? Let's talk about that.
Well, I feel like this year has starting with the Cancer eclipses of June 20. I'm and family, and with those eclipses, my whole entire family life got flipped upside down. I had Saturn just right into my 7th of relationships and partnerships, and everything got turned. The way that I was living day to day changed. My whole relationship dynamic was everything got twisted. It's like as if someone took the bucket and went like that upside down. But at the same time, I had so much fun because there was a renewed sense of freedom. So I did so many things that I haven't done in like a decade. And so I was just having a blast. Like I felt abundant. I felt prosperous. I had disconnected myself from like media, like where I wasn't being influenced by any of this. I really wasn't, unless I was walking into the house. You know what I mean? Like we're still doing it. Otherwise, I wasn't like, even bothered. How's your I'm a natural. And I'm a mother. I'm home. So, you know what I mean?
Was that? Mm-hmm.
Angel. Addie, can you make sure nothing's on the stove, baby? Hold on, one moment.
Go ahead. Go do what you need to do. Ooh, it's all good. I love it. You're good. This is what we want to see. Anyway, so thank you so much, Shaw. She's gonna come back. Don't worry. But yeah. Anyway, Amber, that was really nice of you. Her channeling videos are amazing. That be me. Honestly, it'd be me too. No lie. Like I can't tell you how many times that might happen to me. So I gotta be careful when I do my stuff too. I'm always like tripping on things. I can't tell you how many times I've stubbed my toe on my like the Brock Hard bicep curl, the dumbbell that I had. I've stubbed it like 2 or 3 times. Like these like the within like the hour before I went live. Just because I kept on tripping on it. Vaulting, I will be live probably for like another like 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna finish the conversation with Janice, and then I'm gonna head out. But I will be back next Sunday for another Rebirth Sundays live, so you can definitely join me there. Janice, you're back. How's it going? Was the stove on?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing is on. I'm like increasingly started smelling like heat or oil. I'm like, and in the moment I stepped out, it was like nothing's going on out here.
Oh man.
Weird.
What is it? I forget which one it's one of the clairs, right? The smelling clair?
Yes. Yes. So I don't know if that's a warning.
Could be. Is anybody else's stoves on? Everybody right now in the chat who's watching.
Where'd she go? What if it's coming from outdoors?
Maybe it is. Why don't you just check out the window, maybe, just in case. No?
No. Okay.
Well,
Whatever.
it is what it is. But hey, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad baby Angel's safe too and isn't playing with the stove. But it doesn't sound like something she would do.
I'm glad that they're all okay. So yeah. So this year was really interesting, and so I didn't really know where things were gonna go within my home environment, and the power was in my hands the whole time, but it really wasn't because divine's like, this is what you wanted. This is what you need to go through in order to either continue this for the next 10 years or you're going to embark on a new journey for the next 10 years. And so I didn't know which way it was going to go, but I guess deep down my soul wanted to remain in its place. So here I am, and I feel like I get a new start here.
Oh, that's exciting to hear. And honestly, like from a fellow ClearSight consultant, I'm very blessed to see this amazing flourishing of yourself. Because you are a amazing like key player for our team, really. Like, and I'm so glad that I get to like work with you on a regular basis. It's really such an honor. But anyway, I guess what's one thing that's really been like on your heart that you've been like talking to people about lately, that you've been like sharing with like the collective?
Well, first I'd want to say it's an honor to work with you as well, and I wanted to be able to, and it's great, and it's nice to work with others that make you feel good and feel fueled and motivated to like continue to grow. But what have I been? Normally, I always have messages to the collective because as a hairstylist, I tell my clients everything that I think that's going on. But my message truly at the moment, it's
I agree with you, Vaulting. People are sleeping on Ja.
that's okay.
let them sleep.
As a 12th house Cancer, I get the divine knows I need little small increments at a time because I get scared and I get overwhelmed and I get anxious and then I want to hide. So and they're like, nope, I'm too exposed, and then I shut down. And so I need little bits of it, even though like my ego or Leo feel like we can handle it, but my Cancer energy is like so.
It's like was it like the big cat, little cat that we talked about in for Leo Rising?
Yeah, Leo, she was, but then no. Like so. I remember I had a little clip, that little spooky clip that I did with my curly hair, and I kind of it's a sensual clip, and I put it on YouTube as a short. And it just kept getting more views and more views and more views. And I was like, I unlist.
Oh no!
I don't know if it's like it's so savage. Too much.
It's a lot of tension. That's okay. Honestly, like at the end of the day, it's like you have to do what's comfortable to you. And eventually we'll be able to get full, luscious haired jaw coming out all the time, showing off herself at the moment, 24/7. Was it actually my fiance? She says she loves your spiritual thoughty pictures. She says that they're like the best. She's like, you're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Moni. You know, I'm so glad because when I post those, I'm not trying to be provocative. Like that is literally like my dark side. Like there's the Leo energy, but like Scorpio is very like kind of naughty, you know? And I think that's also a part of integrating the shadow side with the light side.
Yes.
Deep, dark, sensual sexuality is a huge undertone and is also a part of what makes me quote unquote mysterious because I get that word a lot, and that mysteriousness I think is my sexual energy, to be honest with you, because you don't know what it's doing because it's so open and it's very fluid, you know.
I think it's really cool. You're just expressing yourself. That's the way I look at it. And that's why I always gotta hit the love, because I'm just like, yeah, Ja, express yourself. Don't hide it. Show yourself off. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. But that's also coming from some guy that literally liked to run around in booty shorts and like almost nothing back in the day in public.
I love the booty shirts. I love the booty shirts. No, I told someone else, like, this is me loving myself. And they're like, that doesn't look like love. That looks like revenge. I was like, well, no, there's like revenge there too, but they're both, you know, and they're both authentic to my expression.
Yes.
Not really, but sometimes you gotta open up your fucking wings and let everyone see those colors. Like, this is the colors that I have. These are the fucking patterns that I have, and I can't roll half of my wing because you're not going to be happy with that corner of my wing, and you're cramping up my space. So I need you to get the fuck out of my way for a moment and let me fucking breathe. Let me like span my wings open. And do you like it? Do you like it? You don't fucking like it too bad.
Rah! Exactly, and that's all that matters. I think a lot of people can take this lesson or this story and really take it home, because like that is how it is. Like I remember Michael talking about it, is like, how do you deal with like haters and stuff like that, or like even when the promo video popped up, I mentioned it earlier in the live as well, during the full moon in Aries, and like I saw like the live count drop by like 20 people, and I laughed. I was like, haha, that's funny. Or like some people were talking about like, they're like, oh, that's all you need for meditation, like the trolls and stuff. I was like, well, I mean, if you didn't like it, it wasn't for you. There's plenty of other people that it was for, and I think that's awesome that you experienced that as well. Because like at the same time, like regardless of people like show you love or not, but I mean, more people are gonna show you love because like you're awesome. But like regardless if they show you love or not, like it's not about them, it's about you, and it's just like fully expressing yourself. And I think that's awesome that you do that on a regular basis.
And I love when the garbage takes itself out, though.
Exactly.
That, yes, do me a favor because I didn't fucking see you there, and then the trash just gets up and go, oh my god, oh, thank God you did that, because you don't want vibrations being projected at you. I'd rather it remove itself and have a higher concentration of those that love.
Yes, absolutely.
Of the blessings that I have, because I praise an almighty God, your energy, if negative towards me, cannot hide from you very long. So if you think that you're going to stay and watch, your energy will eventually expose itself to me, or you remove.
Yep.
So either way, one way or another. One or another, I'm going to find you.
I'm going to get you one way. Or I love it. You know what we need to do eventually is we need to do like a clear sight karaoke thing and just like stream it everywhere. I want to see Michael do karaoke, but freestyle it with no music.
Michael would have way too much fun with karaoke. The night with Sir Oreo, like as time progressed, he was getting comfier and comfier and comfier into Sir Oreo. Like I love that you brought that out of him, because that's like a true childlike, innocent, beautiful aspect of Michael. So I love that you encouraged Sir Oreo to come out.
Yeah, I was really surprised. We had him have a conversation. We actually have a surprise that he'll probably show on maybe one of his next lives. Because we did a little video clip afterwards. That's a little surprise. I'm just gonna say it is with Brockhard and Sir Oreo, and yeah, they may have been doing a certain favorite dance of Michael's, to a certain favorite song of his that he price of rights every once in a while. So but yeah, he was telling me that that's the longest he's ever done Sir Oreo like straight for, and I was like, that's crazy. But yeah, it was just something fun, like because like that's what we got to do. But yeah, honestly, I don't think anybody can hide anything from you, Janice, because like, you're psychic as hell. So.
No, it's true. It's true, and it's hard. And I'll stay quiet for a very, very long time because the first thing I am is a teacher. So I teach others through my energetic exchange with others. So it's like, you know, a lot of folks who initially love having a real problem with me because they're forced to transform. And if they love me, they are attached to me, and then now they become a student of mine. And it's not that I'm above anyone. It's just like because of my psychic awareness, I'm aware of your mental and emotional process. And I'm understanding how that's interacting with my own, and I do understand how my own over time can influence yours. And it can be a little bit of a painful process for me because those I love and those who love me end up having to transform, and that gets ugly in the midst of the process. It can, and and sometimes that can be hard because I try not to take it personal because I know it's not personal, but sometimes as a teacher, I let begun as my student, but somehow didn't refuse the lesson and then become an actual energetic problem for me because of the energetic attachment that we share. So if you're willing to learn, I will sacrifice some of this uncomfortable energy so that you can eventually get it. And I can tell who's genuine and who's trying through the tribulation. I can tell who's struggling with this energetic exchange between us, but they have the intention of making it right, even though painfully for the both of us. But if that continues to get darker and darker, it's the longer we're attached, the harder it is for me to drop you as a student. But then that student then becomes an actual energetic trump towards me, and I begin to dwindle. And so it's not that I'm immortal or that I don't have my weaknesses, because I do have my, even if I'm in a teaching position, if I don't cue what this is enough, or if the spirit turns on me, I can definitely be put in a place where I can be very hurt.
Yeah.
So I think just the advice here is to really get comfortable with standing within your vessel and being okay with slowly detaching energetically with those around you, but in an art form, which is what Libra season taught us, in a very artful and tasteful way of still maintaining that relationship dynamic with the act to almost watch them behind the glass door, but also somehow managing intimacy. So it's a new level of coming into the self and into the body while learning how to interact with the external environment with like a layer. But not a layer that is acting as a wall or a block, because we don't want to block energy exchange. We don't want to block intimacy. So that's where the challenge and the art form comes into play. How is it that I can come further into my body and further anchor myself in my body while opening the view of those who are in immediate cohesion with myself? So Mercury retrograde through Libra also did a lot of cleaning of your relationship sector, of your friendship sector, of your one-on-one sector. You saw a lot of people go. You saw that you had to let a lot of people release. And you saw that a lot of old people came back in. You're like, yeah, it's perfectly fine. I'm ready to have you here. And so we went through that cleaning, clearing, breaking. It was very hard in the beginning of Libra season. And then we're realizing, then the dust settled and we're like, we're here now. But now Scorpio is going to teach us how to not, because Scorpio is possessive and wants to possess and wants to meld, it wants to lock you in. And so during Scorpio season, we're going to deal with the temptation of not having to claim or to possess these relationships that have just been cleaned, that have just been healed. And so we're learning how to stay in our power while claiming intimacy but autonomy.
Wow, that's so cool. That's powerful, and I love that. It's that. It's just the first thing I want to talk about is I really like you being able to like have that power to like really like step out of your comfort zone, even knowing that the person that you're about to talk to or tell something to may or may not like what you have to say, but you still have the courage to do it anyway. That's definitely that Leo rising. And this is something that you and Leanne, why you guys work so fucking well together, is because you guys are both like on that same level. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna tell them, and like, are you gonna see me acting like I don't give a fuck? But inside, I'm like, okay, let's see what's about to happen. That's so you guys. That's why I like. Side note: if you guys haven't already watched, if you guys have not checked out Potheads, please check out Potheads, the podcast with New Age Jaw and the Neighborhood Hope Dealer. It is such a great podcast. I love jumping in whenever I get a chance to. You guys always talk about something really, really relevant, really, really intelligently, and you guys are just so on point. So thank you so much for even sharing your guys' time like that. I know right now you guys have both been really, really busy, especially Leanne. Like she's been exponentially busy with like work and stuff. But whenever I get a chance to see her, I always love it. Are you guys going to be going live tonight?
every other Sunday, so next week.
Oh, so everybody hear that? Next Sunday, vaulting next Sunday. Make sure you make it. And bring that blunt and everybody smoke for me since I'm now sober. All right. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and begin to end it. Janice, thank you so much for joining me. Is there anything you'd like to leave everybody with today?
Yeah. Just because someone comes off to be a little bit too good to be true, they say. It's too good to be true, there's something not right. That's not always the case. Learn to be able to believe in magic. Learn to be able to believe in goodness. Learn to believe in purity, because it does exist. There are some very purely good, genuine people out there, and everything is fun.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard because that's like one of the most important things right now, and that goes into like that 5D thinking is like is love, and in order to get to that, in order to be in this loving space, like trust is a must, and you have to trust. I mean, boundaries are important, obviously, like you have to have boundaries up. But like at the end of the day, like me and Janice, like we only like recently met each other, and we had to take that step and step out of our comfort zones and be like, I have to allow myself to trust her, and she had to do the same thing with me, and like the trust was rewarded because like we've made a pretty close friendship, honestly, over the past several months. And it is hard sometimes, and you just have to be able, and you have to be able to listen to your intuition and know like which of these people that you can really truly trust. But you also still have to sometimes just take that chance, keep your boundaries up, keep your walls up, and allow people to slowly come in. But you'd be surprised at how many good people there are in this world. Like look at me and Ja, it's two amazing people right here. Look at Vaulting, House of Judea, like Amber, J Lo. J Lo's always there for all my lives, so I really appreciate it. She's like the fucking goat. And so like there's just so many people out there that are actually really really good. So I really like that you touched on that light topic, because that's the thing that we're gonna have to listen to, because that's exactly what they don't want us to know, is that there's good people out there. They want us to think that everybody out there is shit and dirt just like themselves, so they can keep us away and from revolting, like Amber has been talking about. But that's not going to work, because love's going to rule supreme. It's already happening. Like all these people from different like areas, we all came together and had this like live conversation, together with me, but like also individually. I mean, like J Lo came in and Vaulting, you were passing the blunt. You passed the blunt to Ja too. Like it's these times, like these times where we like truly get to actual fellowship, which is why I'm like Rebirth Sundays is like the non-anti church, where we get to come together and fellowship together and like really just enjoy each other's company and energy. So yeah, thank you so much, Ja. You're awesome.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going ahead and end it, and I'll probably talk to you later. Expect an email from me soon. All right, so thank you all so much for joining me today. I really really appreciate the love, the support, and to all of you that have come on here, and those of you who joined the live. I'm talking to you, Amber, House of Judea, Janice. Like, thank you guys so much for joining me for this live and communicating and talking to it. J-Lo, Vaulting, you guys were like the goats. Thank you so much for coming in. Chris, I saw you. Don't think I didn't see you pop in a little bit later, but I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you joining us. I appreciate you commenting. I will be back next Sunday Rising about the same time. 11 a.m. seems to be a good time for me. I was on a lot longer. Oh, thank you so much, J-Lo. I appreciate the support, the sticker. And thank you for being you, House of Judea. You guys are also very awesome. And I just want to say, I need to remind myself to make sure I show these things off. I just get so excited and enthralled in the conversations. But that's a good thing, because it should be like that. I like this. Vaulting, try to keep the doors open, but I ain't got many other than the soul family and this family/community. And that's totally fine. That's all you need to do. Yes, definitely. So like I said before, if you want to join the Mystical Illuminations Discord, if you haven't already, please definitely join it. It is a great resource and a great place for everyone to come together and discuss and talk and just really enjoy each other's company, and just be loving, kind individuals. And then if you want to join the Ascended Plateau, my little side channel there, where I just show off encouragement. If you need encouragement, or if you want to give people encouragement, you can just go on there and be like, hey, I hope you guys all have a great week. That's the type of things I like to do, because everyone needs a little extra encouragement. Even if you feel like you don't, I mean, hey, a little more doesn't help. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it does help. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, and see you next Sunday. And check out this upcoming Friday's new project. It'll be coming up. I guess I'll talk a little bit about it. So it's called ClearSight Spotlight, where I will be interviewing ClearSight consultants and basically showcasing their specific talents. Kind of exactly what I did similarly to the Coaching Through the Zodiac, but this time it's going to be a little bit more like personalized, and we're just going to be talking about what they're going to be doing. Maybe even have a little bit of like an exposition where they'll show off like one of the things that they actually offer, so people can kind of get an idea of what to expect from Mystical Illuminations and the readers. I will be doing it with none other than Starry Ari, so I'm really excited to show it off. And then after that, next week, we'll see who's next. I want to get Jax on there. I'm going to get Janice on there again. If I did one live with her, I'm going to do another recorded. I'll probably do one with Storm Dancer. I'll do another one with maybe I'll even try to get Peace up there. I really want to do Hood Mystic because he just seems really, really cool. Everybody part of Mystical Illuminations is really awesome. And then we'll continue moving on from there. Maybe like a little interview show where we get to talk and hang out. It won't be live. It'll be pre-recorded, just for an FYI, but it's still going to be a lot of fun. So I will talk to you guys later. And have a great rest of your week, and be reborn and ascend beyond it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Bye.